Sydney Cricket Ground on January the 8th, the Australians celebrated the game's greatest prize, the Ashes. And who would argue that it had been Steve Smith's summer? At least up to that point, because England fought back, gloves on, in the one-day game, and under Owen Morgan found at least something in the form of revenge. But the game changes from orthodox to unorthodox, and now to rock and roll, because T20 is back.
It's high, long, and six. Yeah. Got him! Oh, that's on a mile. Look out! Smacks it out of the park.
Good evening, everyone. New game tonight, T20. New opponent, the Kiwis. Same venue, the Sydney Cricket Ground. Already a great buzz around the Sydney Cricket Ground. Hello, everybody. Michael Clark is alongside me to try to put a marker out for this game tonight, the first in a triangular tournament involving Australia, New Zealand and England. As I said a moment ago, we're at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and thankfully the hint of bad weather seems to have gone. In fact, blue skies. The Australians working hard in their warm-ups here. The Kiwis have been out here. Interesting game to call. Toss won by David Warner, who's leading the Australians tonight. He wants to bowl first.
Yeah, not surprised. Seen David Warner do very similar when he was captain of Hyderabad in the IPL. He likes to chase, and I think a lot of these Australian batters these days prefer chasing in this format.
Captain of Sunrisers Hyderabad, and he led them to the title. Yeah,
I tell you, he's a very good tactician. As a captain, I know there's a lot more that comes with captaining Australia than just what you do on the field, but David Warner is very good tactically, and I think you'll see his aggressive approach, like you see with the bat, with his captaincy tonight.
Australia's ranked 7 in the world, the Black Caps second.
Yeah, look, the Aussies have got some work to do. I think if you look at the one-day format and the T20 format, probably two areas where Australia needs to improve, and I guess that's why this is such an opportunity for David Warner and these players that are being selected tonight. The other thing about T20 cricket, you don't get too many opportunities to play consistent 2020 cricket together. Over the next couple of weeks, these guys are going to have that, and it's really important.
Okay, amongst the stars of the BBL and someone who's caught the attention of everybody in the land, really, since he first played, is Chris Lynn, and he's mic'd up. He's playing tonight, he's with us now, and thankfully he's fit again. Are you all right and ready to go, Chris?
Yeah, ready to go.
How's that shoulder?
Sorry. It's been fantastic the last couple of weeks, but speaking about this man, how bloody good is it to have him in the Australian cricket team? Around
Ricky,
the boys.
yeah.
If I've ever heard a presentation cap, that was tonight by Ricky Ponting. The way he talks about, representing the green cap, the coat of arms, I was dead set about to cry.
Linny, tell me, is it the shoulder, the hamstring or the calf? If anything's going to hold you back tonight, which one's it going to be, buddy?
No, I'll cross the field and I'm ready to go. So I'm good to go.
Good, mate.
We kind of have to ask the question, when they put that higher price on you in the IPL, does it add a little pressure when you walk out to bat tonight?
Maybe a little bit, but at the end of the day, I get to represent my country, so why would I change anything that's got me here? So I'm going to go out there, try and whack the ball as I normally do and play with a smile on my face.
Where are you going to bat, buddy?
It's a good question. No, somewhere up the top. We've got some, we've got amazing combinations. Anyone can bat in the top 3 or 4, but we've got our matchups and we're going to try and nail them. If we beat our matchups against the Kiwis tonight, we'll take the chockies.
You're pacing around a bit. I think you've finished your warm-ups, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're ready to get back in the rooms. You can walk up the most famous steps in cricket in this country now, into that famous room at the Sydney Cricket Ground. A very special night. We hope it goes well for you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Go the boys.
Mate.
Okay, Chris. He's a real good bloke and an exciting batsman.
Oh, it's so good to see him on the park. I think there's no doubt Australia missed him in the one-day format, and I think now to have him here for the T20s, it just... People turn up to watch this guy entertain, and he never lets you down. From the first ball, if you bowl it in his zone, he's happy to hit you for 6, and that's pure excitement.
And it goes long too.
It's a clean ball.
All right, let's have a closer look at this Aussie side tonight with Kevin Peterson and Mark Taylor, who are up in the comm box already.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Nicholas, well, you've just spoke about Chris Lynn there, terrific player. We think going to bat at number 3. A new look top order from an Australian point of view. No Aaron Finch. David Warner there will captain the side and open the batting, but Darcy Short on debut gets the opportunity to bat at the top of the order where he's batted for the Hobart Hurricanes. Top scorer in the Big Bash this year, a terrific young talent.
Oh, he certainly is a terrific young talent. In team meetings, you talk about him when you play the Hobart Hurricanes. He's the one you talk about for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You push it to 15 minutes. And it's reasons like this that make you talk about him. He really whacks it in good areas. He has good composure. He plays clever cricket shots. He manipulates the field. He's a strong guy. He's very fit. And he can keep hitting sixes.
Yeah, strike rate of nearly 150 in the Big Bash. There's the middle order for Australia. Ashton Agar there will bat at about 7. Alex Carey, I like the look of him, was terrific on debut in the one-day tournament earlier this year. Glenn Maxwell there at number 4. Looking forward to seeing him back in the Australian colours and playing well. But Marcus Stoinis, he's just come off a very good one-day series for Australia, and his stocks are rising all the time.
Oh, they certainly are, and this is the reason why. He just hits the ball as hard as anybody in cricket, and this season in particular, he's just calmed down. He's lost a load of emotion in his approach to the game, and he's just very relaxed, and you can see that by the way that he Conor McGregor's his arms when he walks out to bats and the way that he bats. And he's very relaxed. Had lunch with him today, and he really is just so effortless in what he's doing and in his approach at the moment. He's a wonderful player, he's a great man, and he'll do great things in this T20 team too.
And there's the bowling attack for Australia. Once again, a new look bowling attack. No Stark, no Hazelwood, no Cummins. Billy Stanlake there, the big, tall, young lad from Queensland. He'll bowl probably up towards 150 clicks per hour. Zampa, the leggy. We've seen him in the one-day tournaments. Kane Richardson there from South Australia. And Andrew Tye had a terrific debut. Well, not a debut. It was the first game at the Perth Stadium only a few nights ago where he took Fifer. He's going very well and made his name in this form of the game.
He certainly did, and you have a look at that, and they're really good bowlers. Stanlake will bowl at 150, but it's the knuckleball, and I actually think that Tye, this is his best currency. One-day cricket, yes, he's okay. T20 cricket, when you've got to go after him, that knuckleball really plays into all of his powers. He was brilliant in Perth last week, and I reckon he'll be real good in Sydney this week too.
I've got to ask KP a question here, Michael. What does Colin McGregor's arms mean?
Well, he stands and he just throws his arms around. Colin McGregor, he was Conor McGregor. What's the UFC guy, Conor McGregor, when he walks into the ring and he just does the old orangutan arm, the old relaxation, and he just stands there. I'm ready for you, Kev, and I'll do anything to you.
Okay, Kev, you're a different cat. Thank you. What about these new caps tonight? And Chris was talking about Ricky Ponting's words to them too, Alex Carey and Darcy Short.
Oh, very exciting for both these two guys to get this opportunity. We saw Alex Carey in the one-day game. I think he's got a lot of talent. But Darcy Short, he's a player I can't wait to see now with this green and gold cap on. I think it's really exciting. Yes, we're going to see him bat. We're going to talk a lot about his batting. Don't forget his bowling. Left arm wrist spin, very handy. A lot better than part-time. So I hope we get to see him bowl a few overs as well tonight.
Okay, we're going to head back upstairs now because Michael Slater and Ian Healy are ready with the New Zealanders.
Yeah, we certainly are, Mark, and it's going to be a tussle. This is a very good T20 side Australia are playing. Martin Guptill, he's got so much experience, is a powerful striker. We're going to see some vision of him in a moment. But let's go to Munro. Colin Munro, he's 30 years of age. He debuted back in 2012, so he comes with so much experience, and he missed that last game against Pakistan, and he's back from that hamstring injury. But the fact is, he's a power player as well. Williamson, he's been around, big shoes to fill after Brendan McCullum, and he's probably not been in the greatest form in this form of the game, Ian Healy.
Now, it's been an average year for him in T20s, but he does lead this side extremely well, and their side is in great form. Tom Bruce is known for his strike rate and off-spin bowling. Have a look at Guptill. He's the second most successful T20 batsman in the world, just behind Brendan McCullum, 2 Kiwis. And when he gets going and gets into his innings, he finds the boundaries at will.
He loves the coloured clothing, whether it's 50 overs or T20. That's when he's at his best. And Australia will be looking to get him early. Otherwise, they'll be chasing a big one. Ross Taylor, he's been around for a long time. The last couple of years, he's been back to his best. Quality player. De Grandhomme, he's also one of these players that Australia will be wary of, and Blundell will have the keeping gloves on. And then we move to the bowlers. There's some experience, and there's a couple of youngsters as well.
They've got everything, New Zealand. They've got good variety. They could try spin up front, and they might try the quicks with swing. Zantner, left arm orthodox with the carom ball, one that goes the other way. Southey, we know, right arm lively swing. Sodhi's the third most ranked bats bowler in ICC rankings, a leg spinner. And Trent Bolt, left arm quick. he can have a go as well and really make it hard at the top of the order.
Well, Santner, as number one bowler in this form of the game, he just gets it right. I think it's because mentally he's so strong for a young man. We've seen him playing Test cricket here, and he's a good all-round cricketer, and he gets better and better. So at times I think opposition may underestimate the quality of that man, but don't underestimate the quality of New Zealand as a team. In this form of the game, they're hard to beat.
Yeah, and we're very interested in the spinners on both sides.
Yeah.
You reckon the Aussies have got 4 and the Kiwis have got 3. We've also looked at that pitch, and actually it looks a beauty for batting.
Yeah, it's an absolute belter. I think it's got a little tinge of grass, but it's very dry. I think it's going to be a super wicket. I think there's going to be enough pace for the quicks, but again, I think spin always in this format plays a big part. Hence you see both teams going with their spinners and good spinners on both teams.
Yeah, Guptill at the top of the order, Munro.
Yeah.
I mean, David Warner's put him into bat. He's given them first use of it.
Yeah, New Zealand are a dangerous team. There's no coincidence they're ranked number 2 in the world. You have a look through that lineup and they've got a good mix of youth and experience. I agree, Guptill and Munro, they're as destructive as any 2 opening batsmen you see in 2020 cricket. But then you've got the experience of the skipper and also Ross Taylor through the middle. So that can dictate, do we need to defend a little bit or rotate strike, or can we keep going hard? I think they've got a really good 11.
Okay, exciting night ahead. We're heading first, though, to a market update. Bet365, here's Bill Baxter.
Thank you, Mark. After a one-day series to forget, it's a whole new look for Australia in the shortest form of the game. Smith, Stark, Cummins and Hazelwood all rested, emerging players stepping in, hoping to make a name for themselves. And the market says Australia are favourites to win at $1.53. New Zealand outsiders in this first match at $2.50. Chris Lynn makes his return to Australian colours and is $6 to score the most sixes. Kiwi power hitters Colin Munro and Martin Guptill are well fancied, coming off good series at home against the West Indies and Pakistan. And David Warner at $9 will be looking to lead from the front as captain after a dry summer. The SCG has been a low-scoring ground this season, despite Joss Butler's 100 not out for England in ODI 3, and the market has set the line for highest individual score at just 68.5 runs. Take your pick on the over or under, $1.83 to each that mark. And overall, the market indicates this series is wide open. England winning the ODI series convincingly, Australia looking to save face on their summer, and New Zealand rated the number 2 T20 side in the world cricket. Australia is your favourite, but only just. For a longer look at those markets and a lot more, go to bet365.com.au and please gamble responsibly.
Welcome back to the Sydney Cricket Ground, and a warm welcome to everybody all around the world who joins us for the first time. This is the first match in the Gillette International T20 tournament, triangular tournament, Australia, New Zealand and England, and the first game is here at the Sydney Cricket Ground between Australia and New Zealand. Toss won by David Warner, chosen to bowl first, pick a couple of spinners in his side, and new caps as well. Darcy Short and Alex Carey making their debuts for Australia this evening. The New Zealanders have enormous power in the top order, particularly Martin Guptill and Colin Munro. They're standing very near me, waiting to get at it. The Australians about to come out. We're almost ready to go. So we'll head up to the commentary box and say good evening to Kevin Peterson, to Michael Slater and to Mark Taylor.
Thank you, Mark Nicholas. All in waiting now for the players. First at this T20 series, actually. So Mark Nicholas said right at the top, not just Australia and New Zealand, but also England in this T20 series, which will culminate in New Zealand later this month. The 2 umpires making their way out. There's David Warner leading Australia. First time I think he's led Australia in Australia, so a proud moment for him. Followed by Maxwell, Alex Carey, the keeper there. A good challenge, I think, gentlemen, for the Aussies. New Zealand have played actually 6 T20 matches since Christmas, so they've been playing this form of the game. Not so much for Australia.
Yeah, it will be. Good evening to everybody out there. It's a beautiful evening here in Sydney. A little bit of rain around earlier in the day, but fireworks are off, and we're going to expect some fireworks out there in the middle. I think these teams are evenly matched. There's a lot of the Big Bash players who've played a lot of T20 cricket over the last month. So, yes, the Kiwis or the Black Caps, they've played a lot of their T20 stuff. They've just played a series against Pakistan that didn't go according to plan, but Yes, it's exciting. It always is exciting. New Zealand versus Australia.
Great rivalry, KP. And the last time they played each other was in the T20 World Cup in India, and New Zealand triumphed. And Australia have had the better of them in Australia, but Australia need to lift in this form of the game. The unfortunate thing is, internationally, they don't get to play too many T20 games. It's all the Big Bash and the IPL that they can lift their game. And is tonight going to be their night? It's so exciting to be into the frenzy of T20 cricket, Tub.
Yeah, absolutely. Kane Richardson there with a smile on his face, but he'll be under pressure. Don't worry about that. As soon as he bowls this ball, Martin Guptill, as you mentioned only a moment ago, Michael Slater, he loves any time there's a white ball being bowled. His record in red ball cricket is not that great, but one-day cricket, T20 cricket, he's explosive.
Yeah, and I've never quite understood that, because technically he's superb, and if he gets going tonight, you'll notice how beautiful the bat comes through, and he'll hit down the ground, but he's got all the shots, and he's scored runs against Australia in this form of the game.
Richardson will start here for Australia. He tends to bring the ball back into the right-handed batsman, but he also has the ability to nip it away from him.
Well, that'll be a wide. So first runs on the board for New Zealand, courtesy of an extra.
That's the reason why there's a slip in place, because he can, as you've seen there, the movement into the right-handed batsman, so he's attacking off stump. He doesn't like to give the batsman width, but he does have the wrist effect that if it hits the seam, that ball can shimmy away from the right-hander. Balls can nick to slip. First run away.
Oh, a bit of outswing there. That certainly swung quite a bit. It's been reasonably humid in Sydney. Had some rain this morning. Fortunately, that looks like it's blown away. It's been a reasonable afternoon. A bit of humidity might just help that ball swing.
The strength of that one, it's going to move around a little bit, and you'll have to get that line adjusted. The tendency then is to push it in the leg stump, and then if it doesn't go, he's like that, got the wrong direction, and will run away for 4. It's a good start for New Zealand.
Yeah, very good start, real good start. It's always nicest to get a little nick on it and to race away. As soon as you've hit the ball, you look up to short leg, or short fine leg, miss, miss, miss. That one certainly missed. The big belly stand nake, he wasn't getting there. Certainly wasn't getting there. Richardson needs to find his line here. One down leg stump, he bowled one, lost his wrist outside off stump, and that was a bit too leg side here. So he's got to find his line.
Oh, it's still a leg stump. Gets it away for another single.
Here we go, Richo.
I don't think he expected it to swing quite as much as it's done. The first one swung down the leg side quite a bit. Then he's got one to go away quite prodigiously. I think that's probably confusing him.
Yeah, it's probably a bad thing, the outswing. He's now angling everything in.
Never seen one of his outswingers. I'm just talking about how it all goes in, and he bowls a booming outswinger.
He'll be cross-seam before you know it.
That's what you normally do, don't you? You can see, go back to the top of your mark thinking, oh no, not, just turn the ball around. Just go cross-seam. Please go straight. Now there's ball number 1. That hoops down the leg side. The next ball, look at this go. Here we go, back live. Oh, that's close. Might have just swung a little bit to miss leg stump.
Maybe pitched outside leg too, but it swung again, gents. A little bit of swing there again. Just hasn't found his line, has he? Just a bit wayward here in this first over. Yeah, that's pitched outside leg stump for sure. It's probably missing leg stump, and that's another outswinger. Never seen an outswinger by Kane Richardson before, and he's bowled 2 in 1 over.
Well, Glenn McGrath used to start like that. They'd 2 go, and he's been working on it in the nets. Then it wouldn't go after that. He says differently.
Yeah, nothing good about that at all. Back live.
That's the first one. He's really got straight. Oh, that might have been an opportunity. Marcus Stoinis there at mid-wicket. He could have just grabbed that and flicked something to the bowler. You never know. It was a hit and run. But I don't reckon that Guptill hit it as well as he thought. I reckon when he hit this, he thought it was going past Marcus Stoinis. Could have just grabbed that. Might have been an opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. Both pride themselves on their fielding. Definite opportunity there for Marcus Stoinis, but Monroe back on strike. He's an entertainer. Won't last long. He'll look to whack it.
Just like that. Up over point. And it'll probably run away for 4. They were checked up on the second bounce. No. Oh, they're going to have a close look at that. It's a great effort from Andrew Tye, but they'll have a look at that, I reckon.
Yeah, it's good effort in the deep. We will have a look, definitely, but everything just increases. T20, the intensity, it just rides. We see this in all forms, but the fielding should be at its best. And brilliant stuff as he straddles the rope. Using the dive, we're seeing the catches that come in as the fielder is leaving the field of play. It's tight. Was that knee on the rope?
Bear in mind, he can't have any part of his body touching that signs there that cover the rope. I reckon he's all right. I reckon he's probably saved one there. So it's still 11 from the first over.
Well, that's 11 without much effort. You know, that was a forceful stroke from Munro, but there's not a lot of effort there because of the heel direction of the bowling. Richardson, he'll want to pick that up, and there won't be any hesitation to keep changing as the big man, Stanlake, comes into the attack.
This is entertaining, Michael Slater. This is entertaining. He bowls 150.
Facing him. You loved it.
I was scared. Back to 8 a leg. Never played a cut shot in my life. Look at him. There's a wicket. It's straight up. Keeper's got it. Alex Carey has his man. First ball, the big man, Billy Stanlake. He's away for Australia.
First ball, 144 Ks. You'll never hear Kevin Peterson say he's scared too lightly. He just has. So the first wicket, this is how it feels. It's a top edged up.
Yeah, he was just done by pace, wasn't he? Wasn't short enough to pull, particularly when it's 144 Ks. Comfortable catch for Carey on debut. Stanlake strikes, Munro's out. New Zealand 1 for 11. So the Black Caps captain comes to the creases, non-strikers end. 2 batsmen crossed in the taking of that catch. Billy Stanlake, a wicket first ball for him. Good to see too. He is quick, as Kevin Peterson's alluding to. 13 of the 18 balls in the Big Bash. Well, 13 of the 18 bowled in the Big Bash, over 150 Ks, were bowled by this guy, Billy Stanlake. He's sharp. Oh, like that! He's on a hat-trick, Billy Stanlake! That's quick, straight, and too good for Guptill.
He's only warming up. Tubbs 144, 146. He'll get to 150 on his hat-trick ball. But look at this. That's his first one. He can bowl. He's tall. He's 7 foot. Unbelievable bowling, and that's as good as you'll get. Absolutely brilliant from the big man. Real good. What a start. Martin Guptill goes for 5. The Kiwis are 2 for 11.
Well, Tom Bruce comes in. Billy Stanlake on fire. Wicket. First 2 balls for him in this series. He's now on a hat-trick. Got a problem with the stump out in the middle. I think Billy Stanlake's broken that one. The top of off. He has. As Zinger bowls won't work too well without the fancy top.
But how good a ball was it? I mean, you're always told as a bowler, hit the top of off. 146 second ball, hit the top of off. We go back to number 1. Too quick, rises, top edge. It was in the air for a long time, but always a comfortable catch for Carey. And then line and length, perfect. And it's Guptill, the danger man.
Unplayable, that's unplayable. He's on a hat-trick. We'll leave this up to Mark Taylor. Loves calling hat-tricks.
Well, Brett Lee is the only other Australian with an international T20 hat-trick. There's been 6. Stanlake's got 3 slips. Where's the bat pad? Here he comes. Oh, he got it on line 2. It was 151 Ks, good pace. Bruce did well. Not just to get bat on ball, he's going to get 3.
That was rocking middle. And that was the Yorker that was bowled beautifully. That was every chance of number 3.
It was. What a delivery. Great delivery to come first up. Brilliant delivery for a hat-trick. Goodness, isn't he unlucky not to get that hat-trick. But a brilliant start here. Wonderful start for Billy Stanlake. He's been a star for the Adelaide franchise over the last 6 weeks, and there's a very good reason why he's now playing for Australia. brilliant in the Big Bash. 144, 146, 151. Slip in a gully. Stanlake.
Still got a slip in place. That's why. That's good pace, and there's some swing. That's going away from the right-handers. The one that knocked over Gupta was a beauty. Hit the top of off, swung away, and then the hat-trick ball also swung. Bruce did well to get that on that.
You say, well, I was scared, Slats.
That I can see. I'm already asking why he's not in the 50-over team. Or is he maximum 4-over bowler? I mean, this is superb bowling. It's rare pace. You don't see 150 too often these days. Or in any day.
With some swing. 2 slips in place now. That's good stuff from David Warner. Looking for wickets, and as we said during the one-day series, that's the best way to keep the run rate down. Keep the wickets coming.
My word, if you've got a striker with a new ball who doesn't waste anything, and he hasn't. And he started with the 3 lengths, didn't he? He was a bit short, that was the top edge, then he was a little bit fuller, top of off, and then he's gone Yorker. He could bowl that another 5 times, that Yorker, and I reckon he's probably got a hat-trick, 3 of them, 3 out of 5. That would get wickets.
It's nicely bowled. Well played too. A single for that. A good over though. Just the 4 from it and the 2 wickets. 2 for 15. Exciting start from Billy Stanley. 2 wickets in his first over. Guptill, Munro both out, the 2 openers. Now Williamson and Bruce to rebuild. Bruce will be the aggressor. Good strike rate in domestic T20 competitions in New Zealand. And you've got Ross Taylor. We know he's a fine player. Interested to see if Kane Richardson can get this ball under control. He had trouble controlling the swing in his first over. Down the leg side again.
Yeah, it's just line, isn't it? Just got to get the line right. His speeds are up. It's just the line. I think he's trying to just bowl that outswinger, which is not what he does. You don't talk about a Richardson outswinger at all. Whenever you're in team meeting, talking about the angle back in. And if it actually hits the seam, has the ability to go away to first slip to get that outside edge. So that swing that he's trying to get with the white ball here at the start, maybe just messing about with his lines.
That's his spot right there.
Yeah, I think he's just got to settle into it. It's hard, isn't it? You come in, international cricket, you go to another level, probably internally, just with the nerves and wanting to produce, but you only get 4 overs. So if you don't start well, probably get a bit more anxious this over. And you run out of overs quickly, so he's just got to try and settle into it this over.
Oh, that was that one you talked about, Kevin Peterson. That nips back from the off. That natural sort of angle. Plus a little bit of movement off the seam.
Yeah, it is. He should be used to scenarios like this. Play a lot of Big Bash cricket. You play in front of big crowds, and yes, it's the international arena, but these guys play IPL cricket. They play all around the world. So these sort of... Oh, you look at that. That's a beauty. That's an absolute beauty. Tough to play. But they've been in these environments before, so he should settle in. He should be used to this. Go back to what's normal. That was simple. And that's good. That's good. A little bit too straight maybe, but only getting his lines right here. Straight to Stoinis at mid-wicket. Stoinis is catching at mid-wicket too. David Warner aggressive. Captain. Nice and aggressive. Looking for wickets. Taking his slip out. He's got a gully in place because Kane Williamson likes to run the ball down. Better from Richardson.
Yeah, Warner will be enjoying the night. Captain's over in the IPL. They won it in 2016, but he's got leadership this evening.
Oh, that's going to hurt too, that. A nasty thud.
Yeah, that is nasty. There's a little bit of extra bounce out there. That's what we're going to see from the placement at the other end, 150 Ks, but that is bouncing more than he anticipates. And pressure's on Williamson already. He's faced 7 balls for 1. He's gone 8 consecutive T20 internationals. That's dating back to January 2017 without scoring over 30.
That definitely plays on your mind. It does as captain, as the leader of the team. You want to be producing the results. You don't just want to feel like you're in that environment because you're the captain. You want to contribute. So this is a great opportunity. The Pakistan series didn't go too well. This is a real good opportunity for Kane Williamson here. They've lost 2 early wickets to get into the game yet, to get some runs, to get his team to a competitive total.
Yeah, it's not always easy for a very conventional style player, isn't he? Kane Williamson, he's a very correct player. Very good test and one-day cricketer, which has got time to get in, to take his time and get used to the pace and the bounce. Not quite as easy in this form of the game. And, Richardson's bowling well to him. A little bit of bounce, movement, just the wide in the over, 2 for 16. So 2 for 16. We've got a little problem here, I think, with Kane Williamson. They're with a finger, I reckon, from one of those last deliveries. We've got Chris Lynn wide up out in the middle. Chris, nice to see you back in Australian colours, and nice start for Billy Stanlake, mate.
Yeah, it's good to be back. And Big Bill steaming in. I think I might put my chest guard on here at first slip.
Hey, mate, it's KP. I ran away when I played against him the other day. I backed away to leg and he bowled me all ends up. How do you play this bloke?
Yeah, it's a good question because he's a nightmare in the nets, and obviously he's coming from 15 foot. You know, he's trying to pitch the ball up, trying to hit the stumps, trying to get your LBW and swinging it. So you've still got to play that fuller ball. I suppose when he does rip that short one, just get underneath it. He's only got one for the over.
And does he bowl this pace in the nets?
But yeah, get as deep as you can in the crease and give yourself as much time as possible.
Yeah, that's it, off 17 yards. Thanks, mate.
Also getting a bit of swing, isn't he? That's the other thing. Good height. It's sort of an unusual action, unique action, because he's got that big jump, almost like a pause, and all of a sudden it just happens. So he's 150 Ks with a big jump there, and there's a pause, almost looks like a big praying mantis as he's about to bowl.
And it's good to see that he's attacking the stumps, Tubbs. That's what it's good to see. He's looking for wickets. He's not just bowling length.
Oh, this could be out. Yeah, well, should be out. Is out. Good catch on the boundary from Richardson. Sort of came in and went out. But now Stanlake's got 3.
Yeah, it was good watching him. He was coming in, as you say, Tavi went back, had a quick glance where the rope was, and then very secure under it. Again, the pace, surprising the batsman. Isn't it good to see genuine pace out there, but with control? Absolute control, and he's got his 3rd. There's 4 balls remaining in this over. It's brilliant. New Zealand 3 for 16.
Well, New Zealand's 2 most experienced players really out in the crease now. More their conventional type players. Ross Taylor has joined Kane Williamson out in the middle. Billy Stanlake has 1.2 overs, 3 for 4.
Didn't give him a rap for no reason, Tubbs. Genuine pace, bowls good areas.
He's responded.
He certainly has. Certainly has. Look at those numbers. 1.2 overs. 3 wickets. This boy can bowl. Williamson, he's going to have to play a captain's knock here tonight.
You see even there, that's really is hitting the bat hard. That Williamson's probably trying to play that to cover, and it's gone to backward point.
Well, he always plays the ball late. That is a trait of Williamson and his technique, but I don't think he's trying to play it as late tonight. That is just coming onto him quick. And at 150, when was the last time he faced 150?
Yeah, probably would have been a long time ago. But David Warner, this is going to be one of the big decisions David Warner makes early in his captaincy here in this T20s. Do we bowl him a 3rd over? He's going to be his captain in the IPL as well. He bought him cheap, just under 100,000 compared to what he can deliver. Yeah, you have a look at the dismissals. This bloke is a proper bowler. Bowls real fast. He's got a good bumper. You're always thinking bumper, bumper, bumper. Then he attacks the stumps like he did with his 2nd wicket. Bowl. He can bowl.
Well, out of control, isn't it? At that pace, you've got to size it up. You've got to get that first one away to think, yeah, I can take it on. Didn't get away with it.
It's good stuff. I was just thinking about Kane Richardson, who took that catch down the boundary. I was watching him. We get a really good view from our commentary box here. I would have loved him to have one of our trackers on. Look, he's in, he's out. Don't. Now, where's the rope? I've caught it. Now, where is it? Oh, yeah, it's all good. But his heart would have been in his mouth there.
Ready to toss it in the air and come back.
He's taking that cool, being cool as, isn't he? Normally, you just get the tiptoe. Look at him. Oh, he's shaking his head. No, okay, that was good. Very good.
He's in the play again now. That's another very good over, though. 1 for 1 from that over. New Zealand 3 for 17 after 4. Run rate 4.25 at the moment. It's way below where New Zealand would have hoped it would be after 4 overs. Bear in mind the power play, 6 overs, only 2 men allowed outside the circle. First 6 overs.
So David Warner's kept Richardson on here. He's bowling his third. And why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? He started off bowling it leg side, bowling it offside, but his previous over warranted another over. Just wide off it.
There must be a lot of gut when you're captaining this form of the game, because after his first, he was probably inclined to say, well, just hold it there. I'll bring someone else in. But he gave him the second, he got it right, and now he's getting his third. So you're taking a little bit on when you start bowling them in their third over so early on. And he's probably now toying with Stanlake. Yeah, he's got to give him a third now, doesn't he? Break it open a bit more.
He definitely has. You look at the numbers, you look at T20 numbers, you lose 3 or 4 in your first 6 overs, you don't generally win the game. So I reckon he's definitely got to go with Stanley. He's got to get the Kiwis 4, 5 down, try and get another wicket, couple of wickets.
Plus David Warner's got some options, hasn't he? He's got Stoinis to bowl if need be. He's got Andrew Tye to come yet. So he's got a couple more seamers to bowl. So if your 2 are going well and they're taking wickets, why wouldn't you keep them going? He's got a couple of spinners, Ashton Agar and Adam Zampa, the leggy and the left-arm orthodox. He's got plenty of options in his bowling. Wickets, always the key, I suppose, in any form of the game, particularly the short form game. Oh, there's an edge. Lynn does well. Keeps Taylor on strike.
Yeah, good fielding. That's exactly what you need. And also, Tubbs, you've got the captain who's looking after the bowler. The bowler feels a lot more confident in his job, confident in his position, so he's generally going to produce the results for you. You're taking him off after 1 over. Kane Richardson are going, oh no, when I come back, how many more overs am I going to bowl my 4 overs? Am I going to bowl 2 overs? What am I going to do? So with David Warner now just being calm and just saying, mate, you bowl me the overs, your job to do. Settle him down. He's at mid-off. Very good captaincy.
Oh, there's an edge, and it goes between Lynn and Carey, the keeper. It's catchable height. Races away for 4.
Yeah, first scoring shot there for Taylor. It's the way he plays, and he's got to play like that. You've got to keep clipping away in New Zealand. They've bogged down. Wickets have done that. And Williamson can't get going. He's 3 from 14. Taylor will be aggressive. And that's okay. Big edge. Not far from Lynn, but races away.
I don't know about you guys. I just don't like that 3, 4, 5 slip. Prefer his first slip. If he's going to catch him at first slip. The rescue or the recovery is going to be down to 3rd man anyway. It's a catching ball. It's a wicket. We've had them 4 down here.
Just looking at Kane Williamson, 3 from 14. It's never easy when you've got a couple of blokes bowling quick. Also nice and straight. As I say, generally likes to take a bit of time to get started. Ideally, he'd love a hitter at the other end, going mad. It hasn't happened for New Zealand so far. They've lost wickets. Oh, there's another one through first slip. It's a slower ball, though, so Stanlake will get around and keep it to 2. 3 for 25. So will be Billy Stanlake to continue. There's a projected score. Assume that the current run rate will increase. Only 5 and over at the moment. But 8 and over, 145. That's about a par score. So got to get moving.
Yeah, and both batsmen would have thought, oh, don't bowl Billy for another over. Well, bad luck. You got 6 balls. You've got to get through this.
Thinking like a batsman, Michael Slater. Absolutely right.
That crab, not another one. Oh, no. Another 5.
Yeah, why don't you bowl the leggy? Give the leggy a go. Here's Stanlake. Oh, good pace too. Fired in the Yorker. He's had good control. He's talked about a swing. He's also bowled 2 really good Yorkers and a good bouncer that got a wicket.
His controls, it's really impressed me. I think it's what impressed a lot of the Australian selectors. That's why he's wearing Australian jumper now. It's brilliant for the Adelaide strikers. Really, really good. It's a pity he's not going to be playing tomorrow night in the finals, Billy Stanlake. Australia have been brilliant. They've let a lot of their players go and play in tomorrow's final.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't play again till Wednesday.
Yeah, he would have liked all the stars to play tomorrow. All the stars. They've got them to the final. The batters are going, but they're just looking after the bowlers. I think he has got a history of injuries. I think travelling is a bit of a problem with how big he is. He looks strong. He looks fit. Bowling 4 overs, bowling his pace. 3 for 7 at the moment, Bill Stanlake.
Oh, big inside edge, big chunk. He should get 2. He will get 2.
Good running. What car has he driven? If he hasn't got the right size car at this stage, he's got the head through the sunroof, hasn't he? The seat right back. Needs the Hummer.
Well, he dropped the seat down, won't he? Just take it all out and just get it all pimped. What do they call it? Pimp my ride. They just have to pimp his ride.
Exactly.
Drop the seat down.
Take the seat out. Just sit,
Sit on the floor.
Sit in the back seat. That's what Billy Stanley could do. I don't know how that's missed, but it has. Ross Taylor trying to get after Stanley. This is the last over in the power play, trying to hit some boundaries.
He's certainly trying to hit some boundaries. We talked about the Big Bash final tomorrow. Well, he was trying to hit this to Adelaide, I think. It's in that direction, somewhere out there. My word, if he'd connected that, that would have been a monster. But he didn't. The old cross-seamer. Been very, very impressed. This opening spell. Australia have been very good. 3 for 29 at the moment. That's not good enough in the power play.
I'm not sure how that's got there. To the toe of the bat, I think.
Yeah, I think he's chalked it up. I think it's gone right on the toe of the bat. So you can say he got there too early.
It could have gone anywhere, that, couldn't it? In the end, Ross Taylor probably thinks he's unlucky. He's got through it too early and then didn't even get a single for it. Billy Stanley thinks it could have been a wicket. The last ball of the over. Big ball, this. It's been a good over. And that's a really good over again from Stanley. Just 4 from it. 3 for 29 in the power play. It's Andrew Ty down there wearing one of our Gatorade trackers. Quickest man on the ground so far. He's chasing one of the balls to the boundary or backing up the throw. Clocked at 33.8. Richardson 28, Stanley 28. They've been the 2 bowlers so far.
Where do you think you'd sit in there, Tom?
Well, coming to the ground, I was doing, well, in the tunnel you can only do 70k, so I was sitting on about 68,
yeah, right.
something like that.
Good answer.
Here's Ashton Agar. Just spin now. A bit of respite for the batsman.
I can tell you, having run with you for many years, 18, you were pushing. Top speed.
There was mile an hour in those days, wasn't it? It's about 30 k's.
No, not that
about 30 k's, isn't it? Hey? 0.61, I think it is, kilometres to miles.
Was that the yes, wait, no, sorry tub scenario?
Well, that's 31k and 19k don't work together too well when it comes to running between the wickets.
Yeah, either does yes, no, sorry. That doesn't work too well.
That's where that came in, you fool.
Get that, Ash! Nice, buddy, nice, buddy.
Well bowled. So bear in mind, 5 allowed out now, and Australia have got the 5 out, 3 on the onside, 2 on the off. Safety boundary.
And how hard would you start swinging now? The bowler bowling almost half the pace, Billy Stanlake. But he's a clever bowler, he's a wily customer. There you go, bowls most of his pushing for 2 here. Ross Taylor very good between wickets, incredibly fast between wickets. Bowls a lot of his overs over in the west. Does Agar?
Yeah, there's just no respite at the moment. Runs are hard to come by. We'll try and find the boundary rope and try and find it consistently, but they just can't break the shackles. But the opportunity's there now with the change of bowling. It's going to get a couple away and they'll feel like they've got some momentum.
Just can't help but whenever I look at Agar, I just think of that innings he played at Trent Bridge. I just think, how on earth did you get 90? Coming at 11. That's what I do, but he's a very good cricketer. He's matured, hasn't he? It was one of his first innings. Test match 90-odd. Bowls left arm spin. He's now an integral part of this Australian T20 side. He's just a very, very good cricketer and a better batsman than a number 11.
Oh, no doubt about that. They said he's in this side as a bit of an all-rounder.
Get that!
He's there obviously first and foremost to do this. Bowl 4 overs, a left-arm orthodox spin, but could bat as high as 6, 7 or 8. But he might also pinch hit if the spinners are on. Belief in the Australian camp is he plays the spinners very well and might come in if they need a hitter early on. Chipped away. They'll look for 2 again. It's in the gap. Just 1. Oh, Maxwell, good arm. 3 for 34 after 7.
Could barely have been a better start for the Australians. What a night here in Sydney. Gorgeous sunset and brilliant fast bowling. And I mean fast. Guys laid on the hook stroke. A length ball, the old hit the top of off adage. Now here's Ty. Very difficult now for New Zealand to break free because they have to rebuild. You can't afford to risk the loss of too many wickets too early. There's that delivery, as good as you'll ever see, the unplayable at pace. And then Bruce too late on that, and actually a good grab in the end because I don't think Richardson picked it up. But is that another? Oh, good catch. David Warner paced himself perfectly, never took his eye off the ball. Number 4, Australians on the rampage.
It's a beauty from David Warner and a big wicket. Drew Ty picks up the New Zealand captain. Kane Williamson, he wanted to bat long. Just looked to rotate that to the leg side. Running backwards, David Warner. Unsure, was short, going to catch it. Good loud call, it's a good catch. It's a big wicket for the Australians. 4 for 34.
Tom Blundell's the guy coming to the crease to join Ross Taylor. What an important job Ross Taylor has to do now. Somebody's got to lead this batting performance, play calmly and somehow give for the New Zealand attack something to bowl at. 4 for 34 into the 8th.
Only played 3 matches, this Blundell, and he's got a 69 best. His century on debut in tests as a wicketkeeper, he goes all right.
So many different varieties that Ty uses. Used the knuckleball really well the other night in the one-day game.
Yeah, he's got great variations. Just seems like there's a bit of extra bounce. Again, you see him go cross-seam. He does that regularly. Seen a few just take off a fraction or hit the batsman a little bit higher than they expect. It's a really good catch from David Warner. Keeps his eye on it the whole way. Got Darcy Short coming in. You can't see him there in the picture, but he's running in as well. So loud call from Warner. A big wicket, New Zealand captain.
Yes, and he gives Darcy Short a feeling for his passion, doesn't he? As he hits the deck, the ball in his hand, he looks straight at Short, he stares him in the eye. Come on.
He had a lot to do. They were encroaching, they were keeping singles at a premium for Richardson, so he had to really retreat, got himself outside the circle by about 5 to 10 metres and did well. Good energy, the Australians. I thought their energy in the one-day series was down, especially in Perth. Tonight it's right up. Hopefully New Zealand can hit themselves out of this hole that they've dug.
Here's Warner's determination and passion and commitment all wrapped up in that catch. 5 for 40 odd for Andrew Ty in Perth the other night. Got to go, really got to go.
Maxwell at backward point. It's quick too. Loud call from Taylor straight away. Partner goes with him, but too many guys take on Glenn Maxwell in that position. One-hand pick-up.
Just took enough off it. Played it really softly and dropped it down without any pace, and so Maxwell had a bit of ground to cover before he could pick up and throw. That's all right. That's chipped over mid-off. Another clever slow ball from Ty. Worth a couple. 8 gone, 4 for 40.
The reason why I want New Zealand to hit themselves out of this trouble is so we can see the best of those 4. You know, what a waste it would be if we don't get those guys at the crease for any length of time. How much power's there? Yeah, I want to see a reckless Warner. I don't want to see the conservative Warner of this summer in the Ashes. Hopefully he can free himself. Darcy Short, a 96, a 97 and 122 in the Big Bash. He could have had 300s real easy. Lynn and Maxwell, look out.
Get that, Ash! Well, that's been the question for such a long time with Australia's 2020 team. You look there on paper, once again we're seeing a very strong 11. How are we ranked number 7th in the world?
Well, maybe getting the right guys on the park. This looks a very well thought through team. Add Marcus Stoinis in there too, by the way, and Alex Carey. All good strikers with the ball. But gee, I wonder. You just lose your focus for a fraction of a second in this game. The Australians are right on it tonight.
Good Maxwell, look at this. Again, one-hand pick up. This is a direct hit. I reckon he had him. Oh, he would have too. Just misses. He's got a bullet arm, Glenn Maxwell, from anywhere in the field.
Good little dummy in the field. It wasn't fake fielding, which you can get penalised for because he just bailed out. The runner before Maxwell bailed out and Maxwell had a free run.
Going with the spin. And there is just a hint of spin. Good chase from the big man. And there's the reason Australia are in such a strong position. They use Billy Stanley to attack. So often this is seen as a game to defend with the ball, but you attack and take wickets, you make it difficult for anybody. He's done that well. Flicked it back before the body hits the rope. Yeah, he came, he mixed it up. Bowled a great leg cutter, bowled a couple of bouncers, Yorkers. Looked to take wickets, and with his height and pace, that's a real handful. I agreed with the guys before, actually. I think it's a real shame he's not playing tomorrow night for the strikers. Shame for the comp, for the strikers themselves, and for Billy.
Oh, the strikers to be spewing. He's been huge. He is huge, and he's been huge.
Nice again from Agar, attacking the stumps, staying nice and straight. End of the over, 4 for 45.
As night closes in, the skies get ever dramatic. Kind of a funny day in Sydney, bit of rain, bit of wind, bit of doubt, but it's holding off for us. There we go again with Ty. What happened there?
End to end for Billy Stanley. He's now down at third man in front of the members stand. He was diagonally opposite end last over, so he's covering good ground. I wonder if he's got a Gatorade tracker on. He's covered, what's that, 170 metres there between overs.
A couple of changes in the field now. Extra man brought onto the offside, long on up to mid on. Ty looking to bowl outside the off stump. That field, Dave Warner's set. Yeah, mate.
Might be 2 in this. And is. Very good running.
That's smart cricket with that field. And you see him step across to the offside before that ball's delivered. Be able to work it to the leg side. Gets it square enough. Straight away, Ross Taylor lets him know there's 2 there. Good aggressive running.
Yeah, he gets into a really good position on the back foot. Across his stumps, deep in his crease.
Yeah, but still doesn't play the big shot. They're not coping with the bounce here in Sydney just yet, and the Australian pace and bounce has been good. You know, T20, you see a lot of big shots played to that ball, but not now for New Zealand.
Yeah, great stuff. Bit of swing with that slow one too. He's bowled a lot tonight, and he's varied his length well. 9 balls from Ty that confirm his form.
Again, knuckleball with a bit of shape away. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, this is greatest strength, Ty. It's a different ball every single ball. Some down seam, some cross seam. He's got a good bouncer. So many different change-ups.
Just can't make a trick at the moment. Ross Taylor was left out of the New Zealand side after the 2016 World Cup and only just got back into it 4 or 5 weeks ago. Was picked to play in a game against West Indies. Been in the side since. The Black Caps went down 2-1 to Pakistan, who were the #1 ranked side in the world. He's such a strong hitter of a cricket ball. Strong bottom hand. Cuts it, hits it leg side, immense power. Another one, this one's safe, little chip. People are going to start to look out for Andrew Ty. They'll set themselves up for the slow ball soon.
It's a ball, just takes a little while to get used to. And overall, so you just need to see a couple, but what he's got at the moment, they're just swinging a little bit. Again, this one goes away from the batsman. He doesn't pick it, but that little bit of extra shape as well drags the batsman into his shot. Fortunately, he gets it just in the gap.
That's one of mine. Full-blooded, lofted cover drive. Just got outside the ring. That one bounced, spun, the lot. 4 for 49, 10 overs in.
Halfway through the Black Cap innings, 10 overs gone, and not scoring yet at 5 and over. We've got Adam Zampa coming into the attack instead of Ashton Agar. Seen him bowl well on this ground in the short form before. Blundered long strike.
I just feel at the moment, this pitch is just a little bit too paced. Seen some just come a little bit quicker, others just hold up. You have a look at Ross Taylor here. Again, this is out the back of the hand. But he's really surprised. You can't believe that's bounced and spun as much as it has. I just think New Zealand are finding that 2 different paces this pitch really hard to adjust to.
A long way down the pitch. That's very hard for an umpire to give.
Good ball again too. It's hit him outside the line. They're reviewing it though, which is going to be interesting.
Well, the
he's
umpire
advanced a long way, and he's got outside the line.
And the umpire may take account of that, Haynes.
Yeah, fair delivery. Fair delivery. Can we go to front on spin vision, please? Just rock and roll that for me, please. Yeah, it doesn't appear bad at that stage. Can we go to hot spot, please, leg side? Just rock and roll that past. I can't see a spot on that. Can we go to RTS, please? Can we just pause that beside the bat, please? Yeah, no, there's a lot of rumblings. There's a space between bat and ball there. There's no bat involved. Can we go to tracker, please? Thank you. Impact outside. Can we go back to the on-field umpire, please? Chris, you're on screen now. Please confirm your decision, not out. Thank you.
Or third umpire, Jared Abood, there going through a thorough process. And the decision is not out. Batsmen must have their heart in their mouth nowadays with the DRS, because it didn't really take account of how far down the pitch you come. So that's the one gone. Only one per team in this short form of the game. That applies to 50 over and 20 over cricket. And the Australians have used theirs up in this innings.
Yeah, not a great one from David Warner. He would have went on bowler and keeper though. Yeah, long way down the pitch. He gets himself outside the line. See another single to the leg side. How important will that be? At the moment, won't bother Australia, 4 for 52, but these two build a partnership. Like that review left in the bag, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah, but they're bowling well. These leggies have been incredibly successful in T20 cricket. They're hard to get to. They've got flat angle type deliveries in at leg stump. You can't wait and slog them. You can't advance easily at them.
Yeah, the key to the spinners, and the leg spinners do it so well, is they attack the stump. So if the batsman misses, they're looking to hit either LB or bowled every single ball. Then you get your variation of some balls spin, some balls don't. The one ball that has been a huge success in 2020 cricket from the leg spinner is the wrong 'un.
Yeah, and the Black Caps have got Ish Sodhi, who had success with the strikers previously, not played Big Bash this year, but he's in their side. It's 4 for 54. Billy Stanley, 6'8", and he's covered, 2.6 Ks tonight. Top speed of 31.6. That's a good pace. 30. And that's meters per minute, right? That's 75 meters per minute he's running at. Normally test players around about 45 per minute. So he's getting the yards in ODIs around 50 to 60. Agar switching now, bowling down at the Randwick end.
The one thing about T20s, even if you're not bowling, you're running every single delivery and between overs. You have a set position for a lot of the fieldsmen. Ian Healy mentioned it before. Billy Stanlake is doing third man to third man. So he's running the whole time. You're counting the balls. You know when it's the last ball. So you don't go back to the fence. You continue to run to get to your position.
If not, must be pad because he's not being signalled wide.
He's been so neat tonight, Alex Carey. He has not missed glove one. Throws that have landed in front of him, half volleys, and then this. This has hit the pad into his gloves. Smooth as. I don't think people have even noticed. They've moved Tim Payne on as wicketkeeper in the T20s.
Get that, Ash, go Ash!
Now the chase for Agar. And nothing he can do. Well placed. They've got this field for both the spinners. 3 back leg side. The only one saving a single is at 45 behind square. Leaves a big space at the Sydney cricket ground. And if you take the pace off the ball, you'll nearly always get 2.
Yeah, brilliant field on shorter ground. You see this used in India regularly. But at the SCG, MCG, you can see guys, they'll bunt, especially at the start of their innings, they'll bunt it into that gap and look for 2.
That will be a wide. Agar trying to fire a couple in. Little change ups, change downs, some high spinners, some little arm balls, then a couple of sliders. Getting a couple of them wrong here. Done it again. Could it be 2 again? Well, it might have been as far as Blundell was concerned, but Taylor just jogged his single.
Be interesting to know what Ross Taylor's thinking right now and how he's assessed it and how he thinks his attack will go on this wicket. Bounce, there's a bit of swing out there. What's enough?
He's bowling well as well. Agar, very tight. Just about to finish his 3rd over. Hasn't got a wicket, but only gone for 15 runs. I agree, Nico. The changes of pace have been extremely handy for this Australian attack at the moment. The quicks, and now we're seeing it with the spinners.
Well done, mate. Really,
we're seeing one guy young and eager, and the other one a bit older, finding it difficult to make 2. 4 for 60. Over the rope, but deep back with square leg.
Yeah.
Now, man back. Ought to catch it, does easily. Picked him out, did Blundell. Couldn't have done it with more accuracy. 5 down.
6 in New Zealand. It's out here, the SCG, bigger boundaries. Another wicket falls here. Zampa, good bowling. Again, fraction slower, holds up in the pitch. Good set of hands at long off.
Yeah, Kane Richardson held on to 2 out in the deep tonight and made him look dead easy. New Zealand in real trouble, 5 for 60. Colin de Grandin, South African born and South African bred, really. Came over to New Zealand, got in the side, made a name for himself. Fast medium, strong hitter of the ball. He's got to dig him out of a hole tonight. Coming at number 7. Ross Taylor's the guy on strike, the batsman crossed. There's that wrong one that Michael was talking about.
Yeah, they're in some trouble, the Kiwis here. 5 big wickets again. This is great bowling from Adam Zampa. Looking for a wicket. Richardson's got a very safe set of hands. They're so good these days, these blokes, on the boundary. So much practice, and that ball gets close to the boundary.
Had to be a wide, almost as if Zampa was premeditating Taylor and fired it in short and flat. Reckon he was going to come down at him. There's another look at the wicket. Just picked his man out perfectly, like the guy's practice just before play.
Get that ball! Lovely, mate.
So there's no panic, Ross Taylor. So maybe he's assessed that 120 might be enough. You know, his bowling attack can do some good work on this pitch. He's not normally a panicker, but he's certainly not panicking tonight. 20 from 27 balls. That one he refused to play a big shot at. I wouldn't mind seeing Zampa tempting into something.
Nice one.
Yeah, good call. Well, I think 140 certainly be competitive. They've got a good attack, New Zealand. Mentioned their spinners, but they've got experience as well. Southey, Bolt with that brand new ball. They can get that to swing and pick up, like Australia did. Pick up some wickets early. Your first 6 overs, look to get 2 or 3 wickets.
140, they'd kill for 140. 10 and over from here gets 135, and they ain't looking like 10 and over. But it's a good ambition, 140. I think 120 is a more realistic.
Well, this bloke's strike rate's 150. He's only averaging 14, but he can go.
But it'll be a quick 14. Don't think the foot. He might have lifted, but not at the time that Alex Carey whipped the bails off.
Wide of off is working well for Zampa. He got Blundell coming at him a couple of times and then got his wicket, and now Grandin is not dealing with the wide of off on either.
I like this from Warner as well. Got himself in slip, looking for another wicket. Wants to bowl New Zealand out.
Yeah, gone to a much more orthodox field, actually.
Catch! Oh.
And Guy at mid-wicket almost excited about that. He's there saving the single. Australia on top at the Sydney Cricket Ground, 5 for 63.
That's how it looks, 5 for 63, and the final phase. Perhaps they need to get through to the 20th, but not only that, they need to get a wriggle on as Billy Stanlake comes back into the attack. Tall man, he's got 1 over remaining, and will be pacey. I've been very impressed by his efforts tonight. Bursted open early with that new ball.
Okay, Pete, you're still playing this form of the game. What can they hope for here in New Zealand? 5 for 63, 7 overs left. What are they looking at here?
Well, you're looking at your wickets, and these are the early wickets, and this is why we're talking now about a low total, and I'm going to allude to a low total. This is the start from Billy Stanlake. And we come back. Billy comes back.
And here he is live. That's been dispatched. That is a great shot, and 1 bounce for exactly what is required. Good stroke.
You have to bat like this, Tubbs. Anything's possible. Grandin can play. He's a good striker of the ball. You normally look about overs and wickets. They've lost 5 wickets. They've got 7 overs left. So you think that these two have got it back to the 15th over, and then they can look to afford to lose 1 and over. That's how you look to bat in these circumstances. But I also don't think you change the way you play. You've got to try and put pressure on Stanlake. Stanlake's riding a high here. Grandin can play. Hits a strong ball, so you're pushing 7/8s. You're looking for a boundary and over. You can get 2. His 3rd wicket from earlier. 2 boundaries, it's a bonus at the moment, Tubbs, but you've got to get through to the 15th over. These two have to get through the next 9 or 10 balls.
Well, they've only hit 3 boundaries in the innings. That's how scarce it's been. That's how hard it's been for New Zealand. So it's not like Australia been chasing leather. And they would like to get the 5 wickets before the 20th, and that's on the cards as well.
Well, there's no doubt the Aussies have, I think, bowled really well. I heard the other guys talking about a little bit of two-paced nature to this pitch. I think just the Aussies have changed it up really well. They've bowled their slower balls at times, also hit the deck hard. Stanlake's bowled 150 Ks, hit the seam, and it zipped through. Decent pace in this pitch. I think I'm interested to see what the New Zealanders do when they come out to bowl, whether they can make the ball talk like Australia has.
What they will like is the swing. Richardson got the ball to swing. He's not a prodigious swinger of the ball, and he got it to swing. Southey, Bolt, big swingers of the ball, wonderful new ball bowlers. New Zealand are going to have to strike early. It's a strong batting order from Australia. You have a look at the bowlers there. Richardson, 3 overs for 18. Stanlake, he has been magnificent. Big Bill. Agar's been good. Ty's going to bowl at the death, isn't he? Certainly bowl the knuckleballs. 4 or 5 knuckleballs in his last 2 overs. This, I think, is his best form of cricket.
And here it is, the last ball in his 4th over. Oh, that's a wild one too. It's a big fully. Getting that wrong, that would be the attempted Yorker. And we thought, no ball. No, he gets away with it. Just below the waist, apparently. 5 for 69. It's a great sight. And it is a great occasion, the first of this series, T20. You don't see enough of the international stuff. Obviously, the World Cup is when there's an abundance, and New Zealand have found it tough going. Their recent form has been good. They're ranked 2, although their last 2 have been losses to Pakistan prior to that win against West Indies. But, playing at the SCG is a little different for them at the moment. I think Billy Stanlake has surprised them big time. The top order, just the pace of the man.
Yeah, certainly bowled very well. His 4 overs, 3 for 15. Just keeping an eye on Maxwell there, deep mid-wicket. Probably the longest boundary here in front of the members' stand. That's why Australia have got him there, right of screen, far right of screen. Really quick, so he can save the 2 and be there for a catch.
Goes big, Ross Taylor. There's a man there, but it's over the head. He targeted a fantastic gap in the end, but it was big, it was long. Grandham has hit a maximum, and they need a few more.
Yeah, he got the elevation on that. We saw a beautiful pull shot in the previous over of Big Bill. Adam Zampa here has just tossed that ball up outside off stump. Seen him do this in the one day as he tossed the big looping leg spinner up inside the line of the batsman. Then he bowls the big googly. Is this going to be the googly from Adam Zampa? A little change in field here. David Warner now goes out onto the extra cover boundary to try and guard against that shot. Cover comes up now into the ring. Trying to make him bat a lot squarer, trying to hit the ball a lot squarer. Is Zamstagram going to bowl the big googly?
Normally does, doesn't he, backing that up. No, stays with a leggy, and it's a play and miss. It's a good shot, that, because it was wide. To get your hands through the ball and connect as well as he did, it takes some effort, some skill, and it asks some questions. Now he goes to the onside. This is bigger! That is huge, into the ladies' stand. Catch it!
She's got all of that. He's got all of that. That's in the first tier of the lady members' stand. I was just saying, that's straight over Maxwell's head there. That's the one wide of off stump over extra cover. That went 90 metres. I reckon the next one's gone over 100. Oh, he's got every bit of that. That's a big boundary, and it's gone well over it.
It's just sweet, isn't it? So he's away now. He's got the 2 big ones.
Nice, mate.
He can keep going, and Zampa's been the target.
Oh, this has got to be over 100. Come on, get up, get up.
Up.
Oh, no.
In 99-metre boundaries are there. I mean, it's ridiculous, the near 6s. You just got to give the bloke 100, don't you? Just got to just elevate it. The bloke's downstairs, come on, just give him 100. Give him 100.
I can tell you there's nothing good about 90s. 5 for 83. Oh, this is fantastic. So 23 off 18, and you just sense there's a role here for New Zealand. They're doing exactly what you said, KP. 15 overs. They haven't lost another wicket. In fact, they've gone big. Well, de Granholm is starting to size up not only the boundaries, but the grandstands.
Yeah, it certainly has. Current run rate, that's irrelevant. They're going to get more than 111. 6 runs and over, they're going to get more than 113. You're looking 123 off 8s. 10 run and over, 133. Agar's come in. I think the launch has started. Gentlemen?
Yeah, it has, and they can keep going with it. Granholm on strike again. He comes down. He's just going to work the single, so he's got some control about this batting. It's what I love about this form of the game. You can keep pushing hard and keep losing wickets. One thing that's true is you've got to keep pushing hard, and if you start to change it, you can change it now 5 wickets down. And that's what I sense at the moment. New Zealand now is starting to set their sights on something that will ask questions of Australia.
Outside the line, outside the line. Definitely outside the line. We saw that referral earlier, not a very good referral. I think that's outside the line. It is a favoured shot of Ross Taylor's, though.
Yeah, well,
slog sweep.
Was lining up pretty well. I think it was how far down he came.
You'll find my eyes are better than... Oops! Oops! Getting off stumps for Michael Slater.
Look how far down he is. Look how far down he is.
Yeah, he is.
Worth a question. And that one's going to run away. So that's part of the SCG to take on. It's just been knocked in. But all of a sudden, the gaps. And because you're asking questions of the bowling, it just can look a bit ratty all of a sudden.
Let's have a look. Oh, where's it hit him?
KP, hello? Hello? Specsavers?
Just got a bit of a different line here at the... Well, you watching on television. I was watching down the wicket. I was commentating off the real stuff. You were commentating off the TV, Michael Slater. Maybe I should do a proper job. Well, there we go. He's gone. Down the ground. He's looking for the options. It's lift off here. New Zealand's on one.
I think Heels has got a spare pair out the back. That was tight, though, wasn't it? I mean, it was almost outside the line. There's a miss hit. Taylor, he's only hit the one boundary. He hasn't quite got in sync with it. He hasn't middled too many.
That's been a good over too so far. No boundary in it as yet. Another good dart, just a single. As you're alluding to, Michael, so the beauty of this game is they only need that one really good partnership. One good partnership in 20 overs. 2 batsmen can bat for 6 to 8 overs at the end here and put on that 10 and over. You can still get yourself a decent score.
Yeah, very good point. Very, very good point. Still got 4 overs here. These guys can get 40, 50 runs. That gets something reasonable. Definitely get something reasonable. There's a wicket. There's a wicket. It's not going to happen, Mark Taylor. Ross Taylor goes. The Taylor strikes.
Yeah, I've got a feeling he might have hit this. I think he's out caught. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's got a little bottom edge. That's really well taken from Carey. He's taken the bails off for the double play as well. Yeah, little bottom edge. Really good take from Carey. And he whipped the bails off just to make sure. But he'll be out caught behind there, Ross Taylor. 6 for 90 New Zealand.
Santner, who's a good all-round cricketer. He is ranked 1 from a bowling ranking in this form of the game. Left-arm orthodox, so he's done so well with ball in hand, but he's also very handy batsman. When he's out there, Ross Taylor never quite got himself going. He was still rotating the strike without being able to get the big one away. He's hit the toe of the bat. Subtle deflection was taken by Carey, and it was double play. He was whipping the stumps off as well, all the bails off.
I'll tell you what, I'm not a keeper, but that must be incredibly hard to do. It'd be nice if Ian Healy was here to talk about it, but I think he's a very good cricketer. An incredibly good cricketer, Carey. I think you're going to see him in the Australian colours for a very long time. Mark Taylor was talking about it earlier, Tubbs. You're really impressed, aren't you?
Absolutely. I tell you, I'm impressed with how he got the bail to stay on the stump there. That was a brilliant piece of work, that. Not only did he caught it, taken the bails off, and he got one of the bails to sit on the leg stump as well. He's talented, Carey, really talented.
Oh, he's obviously gone to another level for you after that skill. Okay. All right. Yes, another hefty swing, and they're going for an appeal here. Was there a flick on that one?
So just have a look at this. Look at Carey here. He's taken the catch. We've shown the deflection. He's got the bails off, and just watch the leg bail here. He's got to sit there on top of the stump. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
He should be going to South Africa, Tubbs.
Get him in there.
They need that entertainment. Look at him. Oh my goodness.
And when asked,
what an observation from Mark Taylor. What are you watching?
50. What got him over the line? The fact that he could make a stumping, even though it was caught behind, and leave one bail on there. It got him in the team. Go back to your point though, KP. He's got a bright future. He's a young man. And it's only a few months ago we were talking about him in that short list to play in the Ashes Test matches, and then Tim Payne got the nod. So he wasn't far away. And everything we've seen this summer, I think he's got himself closer and closer and closer.
Just like the way that he played up in Brisbane. Just jumped off an aeroplane. He made a replacement. Payne was injured, so just jumped off a plane and just so cool and calm and played some real good cricket shots. Adil Rashid is bowling real good leg breaks, googlies, and whacking him over extra cover, sweeping him.
Yeah, he played with composure, and he'd just come off the BBL 100 as well, so he was in form, and he looked like that when he got out there. It wasn't a case of being overawed with the occasion. He looked ready.
Yeah, you just see it, don't you? Occasionally players come into setups and they just look like they belong. It looks like they've been there for a long time. Alex Carey, I think Australia's got a good one. Real good one. Impressed in the Big Bash. Real positive influence on his team there. A match winner. Yeah, could be a match winner for Australia for a while.
So Stoinis with the responsibility. This is his first over. He's only gone for the one run. Talking about talented. Oh, it's popped in the air. It was bunted. Santner just trying to flick it to the onside, getting there early. And with that leading edge.
Well, that's the beauty of that wicket we just showed you. It means that someone like Marcus Stoinis can bowl this 17th over with a new batter out there, not two set batsmen who could take to him. This has worked beautifully for Australia, and you've got to say it's good captaincy and good bowling. Keep taking wickets, make it easier for your bowlers.
Oh, good fielding. It's a big dive. They still steal the single. Maxwell, he's good anywhere, but in that position he can create a run out.
A brilliant over this from Stoinis. You're quite right, Tubbs. It is. If Ross Taylor was in there batting with Big Rondo, it'd be a different story. Two batters in, two batters set. So there's only 2 runs from this over, the 17th over. That's not good enough from New Zealand perspective. But here we go. We've got change in field now. We've got everybody up on the offside. Deep cow corner, deep square leg, deep fine leg. You'd think that Stoinis is going to pitch this ball a little bit short into the hip, maybe a bouncer, or just a genuinely good Yorker.
Oh, he's gone short. And it's a brilliant over. 2 coming from it. There's 3 overs remaining. 6 for 92. Andrew Tighe is continuing. He's got 2 overs, 1 for 10. And Chris Lynn is out there mic'd up. Linny, it's all moving quite nicely for you guys.
Yeah, so far so good. All according to plan. I think what we've done well is we've really suffocated them with the dot balls, and you know, I think we can easily fall into the plan of just trying to bowl the balls. We're actually still trying to get wickets, which has been the best thing about it.
Lenny, it's KP. I'll get you after this ball. You got me, buddy?
Yep.
Mate, I'm going to go away from cricket, as I always like to do. Golf. You don't have Baz in your vicinity, or maybe he is somewhere in Sydney. He might still be here somewhere. He might have him in your bedroom.
What was that, sorry?
Golf. You played golf today.
Yeah,
you love your golf.
No,
Did you have a hit today?
Took an easy day today. I don't mind a bit of golf. Not bad off the tee, but I do hit it off the green with the flat stick.
It's high in the air, and a man is coming in. He didn't get hold of it. It's taken more wickets. Chris Lynn's saying they've kept pushing for wickets. They keep coming.
I dare say it's this knuckleball again. from Andrew Ty, beautifully bowled. So hard to hit, get the pace. There it is, out the back of the hand. It's good length. He's probably hit it out of the middle. There's just no pace to work with. David Warner, comfortable catch. Wicket number 7 for Australia. Ty doing nicely. Things going nicely for Australia. 7 for 92, New Zealand.
Well, Lenny, you were talking about wickets, mate. You were pushing hard, and there's another one.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually thought Davey might have bowled AJ the over before at that end to try and get de Grandhomme out. Obviously, he's such a dangerous player, and he's he swings through the line of the ball. So with AJ's change of pace and how subtle it is, I thought we might have got him in that over. So hopefully you can wrap him up here, and then that way we're bowling to their bowlers rather than a danger man in de Grandhomme.
Right, Southey out there, and that's been flicked by de Grandhomme. They crossed. What I loved about Warner taking that was the fist pump. He is so pumped to be the leader tonight.
Absolutely. He's been pumped all week. No disrespect to Smithy, wherever you're watching it, but mate, he's been on fire in the team meetings, Davey. He's a lot of energy, and it's been a big summer for him, so hats off to him. He knows we haven't been as great in this format for a while now, so he's really keen to get up with the rankings and win some back-to-back matches and start here tonight.
Lily, do you feel more pressure playing for Australia, or is it just another game? It's just similar to what we've been doing over the last 6 weeks, smashing it in the big bash.
Yeah, it's just another game, but I suppose you don't always get the bat where you want when you go to the next level. And as you know, we've got 5 openers in this team, and not everyone can open. You're going to fit 2 blokes in, so just readjusting to your role and just trying to execute your role as best as you can. It's not as easy as what it seems. For the new guys, Alex Carey, Darcy Short, you've got to give them a couple of games because a big crowd, playing for your country debut, it is something different. It does take a little bit to get used to, as you know.
Oh, that's a good strike. Down the ground it goes. Oh, nearly taken. That's Agar. Good all-round cricketer, and that was spectacular.
Well, what he's done here is he saved 4. You can almost put it down as a drop catch because he leaves from the field of play. But does he get rid of it before he touches the ground? He does. That's brilliant. He saved 4. They've run 2, but that would have been 6.
Unbelievable. You see it in the modern day game. I mean, that is just magnificent. All his momentum going out. But he's had the nous and the ability to still grab it and throw it back in.
There's a mini trampoline down there, isn't there? How high did he get? That's incredible. And that'll be wide. He's got 2 wide, so big thank you to Chris Lynn for being mic'd up. I dare say a little bit more pressure, KP, if the IPL auction was tomorrow.
Yeah, there would be, absolutely. Of course there would be. But there was the IPL auction the other day, and he's been injured. But when he came back and he played, he whacked the ball everywhere. So he's a good player. I think the big point from what he's trying to say there is that when you get up to that next level, you actually sometimes don't have your role to play that you've been playing to get back into to get into the team. So I see that being an issue. As de Grandhomme goes, and he goes big. My word, that's into the second tier. It's halfway. It's almost at the ground.
Oh, it's at least 98, Mark Taylor. No, that is a flick that is timed, and such bottom hand power coming through. Brilliant. 7 for 103. Oh, this helps New Zealand. Last ball. Ty just getting it slightly wrong, and it was flicked so well and long too. Another first tierer. That's just not over the rope. Again, it's into the stand. And a great catching opportunity, even with a beer in hand. Slammed down the ground. We're talking 6 length there. That's got to be over 100. That was magnificent. What an innings he's playing. 34 off 20, and all brilliant strokes. 1 4 3 6s.
Andrew Ty's been bowling that ball out of the back of the hand. That one, I think he tried to sneak in the Yorker, try and catch him off guard. He just dragged it down a bit, and de Grandhomme made him pay. He absolutely got every bit of that as well. 97.
No.
Can he? He can't get there.
He's got to hit it on the roof.
No.
Gone through for the single, just getting there. It's all a bit frantic. He's gone to the wrong end there. That was out at the other end. So running out of balls, New Zealand. So it's going to get a little frantic. They know they're under par. Dave Warner had absolute no hesitation in chasing tonight. On the back of the 3 BBL games here have all been won by sides chasing. And you guys got chased down a big one, wasn't it? Oh, KP, sorry to bring that up.
It's okay. It's fine. I'm finished
now. It's like
now.
189.
Finished
the
now,
Sixers chased down.
189 it was, yes. I think Madison played beautifully. Really did. Wonderful knock. All their batters did. We thought we had enough. 180. I don't think 106 is enough. I don't think 120 is enough this evening unless Bolts and Southee strike and do some big damage in the first 6 overs. Can they? Well, yes, they can, because we saw a swinging ball. And they're brilliant with the swinging ball, and there's a reason why they're up there in the numbers in this form of the game. Australia have been brilliant this evening. De Grandhomme, well, without him, New Zealand would have been in all sorts of strife.
Well, it's easy to talk about the other big hitters in the team, but he's the one who's been doing it. Nicely bowled there from Richardson, right up in the block hole. Hard to get under that one.
Yeah, it's really good stuff from Kane Richardson. Not easy under pressure. Bowling to De Grandhomme, as we were saying a moment ago. He's made the game look like I think it's supposed to be played. 36 off 22, 1 4, 3 6s. He's whacked them. Looked really good, but he's been the only New Zealand batsman to look in any sort of form. So Australia will be thinking if they can give him a single, get him off strike, they're happy. And Richardson's bowled 2 really good Yorkers to him this over. Hasn't given him a chance to get up underneath one.
Hasn't Richardson pulled it back? His first over went for 9. First over of the match. 13 after that. Turned it round. There's a slow ball too, so deception. It's got a bit of skipping at this pitch, KP. It's probably different to the night that Sixers chased you down. So you're right. Southee and Bolt, they are genuine swing bowlers. That's what you call them every time. They've got a little bit of pace, but they're swing bowlers. You'd always categorise them in that vein, but there's a little bit there.
Yeah, there is. Just don't think that it's enough. We're nowhere near enough. And the problem is when you're batting first, you always think you've got to keep going because you don't know what it is that you've got to set. Oh, Southee goes! And does he go? Yes, he does. It's a maximum.
So 7 for 113, 1 over remaining. That's another big one. It's gone to the members' side of the SCG. Southee, nothing wrong with his hitting capacity either. It was a slow ball, just dragged down and set up. Required a bit of a baseball swing to send it flying. And here we have it, the final over. Get through to the 20th. It looked a bit shaky there. De Grandhomme, he's copped a Yorker and he's worked it to the onside, only the single. It's a good start by Ty. He's got to isolate those deliveries.
Quickest man out there, Andrew Ty, 33.8. It's chasing a ball, we think, not bowling. But, chasing in the field. I think he showed us in the last couple of one-dayers and even again tonight what he can do with the ball, particularly in this short form of the game. These slower balls very well disguised.
It's been worked very nicely, but straight to the fielder. It just stays up for Stoinis to get the fingers under it. And he sized it up beautifully. He didn't move, he just let it come, let it come. How secure were those hands?
Brilliant from Stoinis, brilliant from Ty. Southee probably thought it was going to be the knuckleball. Wait for the knuckleball, play the knuckleball. It wasn't. 135 kilometres per hour, Southee departs. He's in all sorts of strife, 8 for 114.
Ground and we won. Well, they're always pushing for 2, running out of deliveries, running out of batsmen. And Australia have been very composed throughout, and the composure has come through getting wickets, but they've done everything right.
Yeah, Sodhi's the new man in, the leg spinner for the Black Caps. Really nice catch though, wasn't it, from Marcus Stoinis, that last wicket. Just remained calm. That was well hit from Southee. Stayed on the boundary, didn't rush in, didn't have the head bobbing up and down trying to get to the ball too quickly, just remained calm and let it come, Michael Slater, as you said.
So sneaking through, and we'll come back for 2 of them. It's 2 byes, taking a risk.
Yeah, not all bad. Soli, he keeps the strike. Here's the catch again. That's what Mark Taylor's talking about. Very, very good catch. Low to the ground. It was dying. It was hit really well, though. Good from Tyler. Full toss. Difficult to hit. Difficult to dispatch. Got to judge your distances. Stoinis did it perfectly. He loves his wickets. He's been on fire for Australia the last 7 days.
He certainly has. Bowling beautifully. There's the soul ball again. He uses the knuckle ball. He's got other variations. He's got 55 of them, apparently. That was variation 34.
He's only got 5 knuckles on one hand. How can you have 55 knuckle balls?
Well, different balls.
That's the floater, isn't it?
55 different variations of the knuckleball.
Yeah.
They all go a certain degree further than the other. Sorry about that, Michael Slater.
Oh, there's another wicket for Ty. The fall continues.
Didn't need the knuckles there. That was just quick and straight, and see you later. Beautifully bowled, Andrew Ty. Another 4 wickets for him. Stan Lake was excellent with the new ball, and Andrew Ty with the old ball has been superb. 5 wickets in the last one-dayer for Australia and 4 wickets tonight. Well bowled.
Yeah, very good job, Dave Warner and his men. They've been on it from ball 1. There was a few looseners there for Richardson, but after that it was Billy Stanlake who got the scene set with those deliveries, on the hat-trick, and pace it was as well, KP. You said you were scared. He scared them, and he started it rolling in Australia's favour. So it's 117 New Zealand, and you would think Australia have the strong advantage. We'll be back shortly.
Here he comes. Oh, he got it on line too.
Goes big, Ross Taylor. Now he goes to the onside. This is bigger. That is huge. Into the ladies' stand. Catch it.
Terrific start by the Australians. David Warner won the toss, put the Black Caps into bat, and Billy Stanlake blew them away. And here he is, the big fella. Difficult one for us.
I want to stand like that, stand on my toes.
Just so for the record, how tall are you?
6'8", so 204 centimetres.
6'8". Okay, that's a big human. Yeah. And that's a very fast bowling human at 150 Ks as well. What age were you when you first knew you could bowl super quick?
I always had a bit of natural pace growing up, but I think over the last sort of few years, as I've sort of started to mature with my body a little bit, each year I've sort of been able to add a little bit of pace each year. So, I don't want to put a ceiling on how fast I can bowl. I want to continue to push harder each year, and hopefully I can keep doing that as my body matures.
Gee, you came in so smooth tonight. No nerves playing for Australia.
Actually, no, this is the most nervous I've felt in quite a while, actually, leading up to the day.
You did it well, mate.
I think getting the wicket first ball seemed to settle me down a little bit, so that was nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because I was just thinking about when you first played for Australia versus now, you're definitely quicker and you're a lot more accurate. What are some of the things that you've worked on to improve those things?
Yeah, I think just getting a full pre-season under my belt for the first time in my career, and then just playing continuous cricket, getting through every Big Bash game, which is the first time I've ever done that. So having a bit of cricket behind me, and then another big pre-season, a lot of work in the gym, it's just put me in good stead.
Let's look at the first 2 and the hat-trick ball if we can. So a bit of pace off the surface, that must have pleased you.
Yeah, no,
really
it's nice
hurried,
to
didn't it?
get the strikers team involved early too.
And then look at that to Martin Gapfield, most dangerous opening batsman in the world in T20 cricket, and he knocked him over with a beauty.
Yeah, it was actually quite funny. Maxi came in and said, "You actually hit the stump," so normally it's bouncing over, so I kind of laughed at Maxi when he said that.
And then the hat-trick ball, and as that came out of your hand, perfect, you must have thought.
Yeah, it felt good out of the hand. I just wanted to try and bowl quick, full at the stumps, and it came out quite well. But yeah, it just got away, unfortunately.
8 out of 10 you're getting a wicket there, I reckon. That hat-trick ball was just about perfect. 8 out of 10 you're getting that.
Real buzz in that Australian side tonight. David Warner got you pumped up.
Yeah, I think Davey's great. Having him at mid-off, obviously, you know how good Davey is. He's got so much experience behind him, so for me as a young fellow who hasn't played much international cricket, it's so good to have him at mid-off and helping you through, helping with your field. So yeah, having him out there is terrific.
What's that surface like out there, mate? It looked a little bit too paced at times. How'd you find it?
I think it was just holding up a little bit. I think you sort of saw it at the first wicket. I got it just held up a touch. There's a bit of swing early, so I think it's sort of tough work for the batters if you get your bowling right. And credit to the bowling unit. I think we stuck to our guns really well and pushed hard throughout.
Billy, watching these wickets fall, there's no doubt that kind of being in nick with Big Bash cricket, the 20-over cricket, has set you guys up tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think coming off 10 Big Bash games, you know the quality of the Big Bash and how good it's going. So I think it leads in perfectly to this format. So I think you see everyone's in pretty good form, obviously, coming into this this first game. So I think you saw that tonight. So hopefully we can get out there and do it with the bat.
The other thing I think the Australian bowlers did really well, and I think it was spoken about on air, is they really changed their pace, both the quicks and the spinners. Is that something you guys spoke about before walking out there today?
Yeah, definitely. I think definitely not showing the same ball over too often. We've got AJ. We know how good AJ is with these slower balls, and Stoyan did a great job. Richo, I think I even bowled one, so that's probably show something.
Thanks for joining us, mate. Great to chat to you. Well bowled tonight. Interesting game of cricket this, 118 for the Australians, surely favourites. We're going to turn our attention now to Black Panther, the latest action-packed must-see epic adventure from Marvel Studios. And it pounces into cinemas from February 15. As we go to the break, let's take a look at the new superhero blockbuster, Marvel Studios' Black Panther.
The Black Panther has protected the world for generations.
It is your time.
Step into the spotlight. The world's gonna start over. I'ma burn it all. Step into the spotlight. Step into the spotlight. Is this your king? This ends today.
KFC Classic Catches. Always a favourite segment. Ian Healy alongside me, $2 worth of cash and then $50 worth of KFC. Adam Voges, Steve Smith, Nathan Coulter-Nile. Telephone 1902 555 150. SMS the word catch and the letter with your full name and address to 19955 150. Peels, some good catches. Gee, it's really hammering with rain here suddenly.
And your umbrella's dripping on me, mate. There's always great catches, isn't it? Adam Voges, this is the one over the rope. He played a brilliant game, and it's one of the early ones of that we see time and time again now, because there's so many big hits in T20 cricket, in the Big Bash as well as internationals, that they get to do this a lot more. They practice it, of course, and he was brilliant this night. He was a little desperate at times.
That was the thing, the scramble, wasn't it, after the flick back. We saw the funny side of it. Steve Smith. Oh, we love it. A younger Steve Smith, different haircut, different everything. But still the same athleticism.
Different fielding position out on the boundary. He's got great balance. He's got great athleticism, even though sometimes he doesn't look as athletic as others, but he's got it all. And that's a wonderful illustration of how he was starting a sensational career.
And then finally, Nathan Coulter-Nile. Been out injured. We haven't seen, well, close to nothing of him this summer, but this is a terrific catch.
Now, he's still a fair while out of the game too, he reckons. He was in, where were we? Perth, the new Perth Stadium. We were having a chat with him. And, yeah, it'd be nice to see him back in the ranks, adding to the depth of Australian cricket, because he's got the ability to bowl fast, be variable with the ball, as well as field and bat. They need him.
There it is, a reminder for you, 1902 555 150, or SMS the word catch and the letter with your full name and address to 19955 150.
The things we do for KFC, eh, Mark?
Jeez.
How good's it out here?
Serious rain, and I'll tell you what, it's eased off a bit. It's just come out of nowhere, hasn't it? We were standing hiding like you can't believe, full covers on. And and the match grinding to a standstill. 117 on the board, 9 wickets fell. You feel Australia are strong favourites here, don't you?
Very, very strong favourites, and I hope the game doesn't miss the chance to see that top 4 of Australia. You know, Warner, Lynn, Short, as well as Maxwell. I just really hope they do get to demonstrate and show everyone what this Australian order is capable of. This team that Australia put on the park can be anything. They've got lots of bowling options, they've got spin, quicks, and they've got this power with the bat that generally will get you through 20 overs, no problems. New Zealand, just with that devastating start, could go no further.
Yeah, it reminded me of England being 5 for 8 actually in that one-day game. It's such a long way back. Colin de Grandhomme played very well actually, hit it long, hit it hard. Ross Taylor did all he could to hang around and make a fight of it. But 917 pitch, there's a little bit in the surface. I think it's probably a bit too paced. The rain's easing, there's good news. And we have to lose more than 20 minutes before we lose any overs. So we should be okay if, as forecast, this passes through. Australian bowling figures 3 for Stanley, 4 overs, 3 for 15. Fantastic start with 15 dot balls in there. 4 for 23, 11 dot balls for Andrew Tye, who's great variety, his slower balls, his changes of length, change up, change down. Good thinker he is, isn't he?
He's developed definitely in one-day cricket when he got his 5 wickets in Perth. I thought his ability to choose what ball to bowl at the right time in the one-day game had improved from last year to this year, and now he's doing what's expected of him in the T20 tonight. So that was another great, it's been a great week for him, so congratulations to him. The Kiwis, they're very keen. They've been out here practicing and warming up before this rain, and they're going to be all over. They'll have a real go at this.
I was just pointing at the screen at the scoreboard there because we didn't talk about the impact of the 2 spinners.
No,
they have 2 in harness in 2020 cricket is the go, isn't it?
It can be a go. There's no real rhythm and pattern to T20. They chop and change a little bit. For example, Darcy Short didn't cope very well with spin at the top of the order against him last year, but this year he's mastered that. So what will New Zealand do to this Australian top order? They've got 2 spinners. Will they use one of them right from the word go, or will they go with quicks like Australia did? But certainly every Australian bowler bowled very well and to their potential, which was very impressive when New Zealand are so highly ranked.
We're running for cover 1 minute and now we're fine. No umbrellas, and it stopped completely and they'll clear it. And the way they go these days, the way the outfield's dry, they'll be playing in no time.
Oh, it's quite hot out here now, isn't it? All Sydney needed was Warnie to be in our commentary box just to complain about this rain again. It rains in Sydney all the time, every time there's a cricket match. But there's a bit to do out there on the covers, and we shouldn't lose too much.
All right, well, let's have a look at the Australian side. We're talking a lot about the top 4. David Warner, who's had a difficult summer, or a difficult back half of the summer, confessed to being mentally tired, very excited to be captain tonight and going out there with Darcy Short on debut.
Yes, well, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what Warner we see. Can he go back to the old days of reverse swinging and hitting a right-handed shot for 6, which was at the Olympic Stadium here in Sydney? Or will he just nurture Short into a partnership and they get the 117 done themselves? But then, the backup of Lynn and Maxwell, they can come out and hit the first ball for 6. They look for boundaries and they know if they swing the bat hard enough and fast enough, a miss hit will carry the ropes.
He's another one who has this phenomenal hand speed.
Yeah, he's been a really maturing cricketer, fast. Dropped a lot of weight. He was a very promising Indigenous cricketer that stood and delivered, and then Justin Langer got hold of him and said, no, you can do a lot more in the game if you do a couple of things, and he's done them all, and he's just prospered. They could have had 3 centuries in this year's BBL.
And as for this bloke, 1.75 million I think he's gone for in that IPL auction. Chris Lynn is as strong a hitter of a cricket ball as there is anywhere in the world.
They're not scared of fielders on the rope. They'll just take it straight on. So a fielding team will put a fielder back on the rope and the bowler will try to bowl so that the ball gets hit in that direction. But the batsmen aren't scared, like Chris Lynn, aren't scared of hitting it straight over the top of that fielder that's in the deep.
Right, let's get into that middle order after Maxwell. Stoinis, Carey, Ashton Agar. We like Marcus Stoinis. We like what we've seen in the one-day series. We like his attitude to the game.
He's a well-rounded cricketer. We've seen him in the bat, with the ball and in the field. So those skills are right. And with the bat, his record for Australia is excellent. The way he started and taken the step up to international cricket has been very, very impressive. And of course, Carey, he's done the same. He's looked comfortable right from the word go. And Ashton Agar, he'll get to use his experience in this series.
These strokes from Stoinis, again, another one with great bat speed, those fast hands, a very good eye, very strong guy, well-built guy. But I love the talent that's there, the way that talent flows so freely, the way he can use his wrists, his arms, his body in all his stroke play.
And he can play the full form of the game too.
Yeah.
He can resist pressure, and he can take long times to get himself into an innings and then produce that sort of power, even in 4- and 5-day cricket.
Very impressed with Alex Carey. I know we've just gone past him on that graphic, but Alex Carey came into the side for Tim Payne in one of the one-day games, the one at the Gabba, and looked to the manner born, really, didn't he?
Definitely, and nothing much has been made of the fact that Tim Payne is no longer the T20 keeper. Alex Carey is. Payne has been the T20 keeper and not the one-day and test keeper. So they made a swap there. He was extremely clinical and clean and very efficient today. And hopefully in this series, Alex Carey gets to take one of his spectacular divers.
Figures of 4 for 20 of Andrew Tyne, 3 for 15 for Billy Stanlake. The other bowlers, Richardson, Zampa, Agar, all did their bit. 9 for 117 from the Black Caps. The covers are coming off. Don't go away. Billy Stanlake with 3 for 15, a performance that included, we're on heels. Just looking at a text from your mate Brendan Julian, aren't you? And look who's walked in, by happy coincidence. Coach, how are you?
Yeah, all good. Yourselves?
Yeah, good. Very good. We love Billy Stanlake tonight.
It was good, wasn't it, up front? It was fantastic. First 6 overs, set the tone for the innings, so it
We
worked
love
really well
the
so
general
far.
sense of look to take wickets, attack.
Yeah, you've got to, in this format of the game, you've got to put it on the back foot somehow. I'm sure they'll do the same with the ball when you've got a smallish sort of total. So it's going to be a pretty fast-forward game, I would think.
How set is this team of yours? You've probably got an eye on T20 World Cup in 2020, one-day World Cup 2019. Is that the thinking?
You've got a lot of thoughts going through your head heels all the time at the moment. Look, it's great to see these guys come out of BBL and then on the international stage. So you're really looking forward to step up at this level, and they certainly did that with the ball so far.
He admitted to being nervous, Billy. He says it's the most nervous I've been putting on an Australian shirt.
Yeah, he was, but he just bowled beautifully. He's got height, he's got pace. The ball to get rid of Guptill was a magnificent ball. So, yeah, pleased for him. You're nervous playing for Australia?
Yeah, fair call. Balanced attack. A lot of different things in the attack. Pace, changes of pace, spin, different types of spin. Really useful in this format.
It is, mate. Yeah, you've got to have. We went in with the extra sort of bowling option, if you like, in this game. We feel like sometimes we were a bit short in the bowling department, so we went with the extra bowler. Played both spinners, obviously. You still had Maxwell who could bowl, Stoinis who bowled a good over there. So lots of variety for the captain to use, which is important.
The other thing that's impressed us first at the Gabba and now tonight is Alex Carey.
Yeah,
it just seems like he's meant to be here.
Yeah, he's pretty relaxed. He prepares really well. Knows what he wants to do out on the ground, especially with his glove work. Keeps everything really tidy. When you don't notice the keeper, I think they've had a good day out.
Yeah, well, I notice him all the time, mate, and he was very tidy. That's a great word for it. I hope this series he gets to take one of his diving catches too. Have you seen many of them?
Yeah, at training, he practices them all the time. I mean, he's very thorough with that and how he wants to prepare. So, yeah, he started well.
A little bit harsh, as a South Australian boy, a little bit harsh not releasing Billy Stanlake to play the final tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm in trouble anyway, all the time at the moment as coach. When you release players or don't release players, it's tough. But look, it's a final tomorrow night. The boys will go back and play. It's going to be a great sellout crowd there as well.
You didn't answer that. No. I said Billy Stanlake won't go back.
No, Billy won't go back.
Why?
No.
A bit harsh?
I'm always harsh, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry
Adelaide.
Sorry, strikers.
Okay, let's turn our attention to Darcy Short, because this is a fella that's burst on the scene, not from nowhere quite, but in the public domain from nowhere, and few players have caught imagination like he has.
Yeah, him and Chris Lynn, haven't they, in the BBL and the way they've played. So for me, they got their caps today. Ricky Ponting spoke beautifully about representing your country and what it means to do it, and remember what it was like as a child playing with your teammates. So Darcy's one of those players that can take the game on at the top of the order. Hopefully he gets away with it tonight and plays well.
And have you seen his game develop? You know, that 2 years ago he struggled with spin first up, but he's got on top of that this year.
Yeah, he has. He's played really well. So you're evolving your game all the time. You've got to understand your weaknesses and strengths, and he's going from strength to strength at the moment.
How has he been slotting into the atmosphere of international cricket? Is he excitable type? Or?
Oh, yeah, they've been fantastic. Yeah, they keep you young. I mean, it's also, you got Ricky Ponting there who's bloody passionate. He's bouncing around like no end. So the great thing, you have those sort of guys come in and young guys wanting to play and do well for their country. It's exciting times.
The energy looked good tonight.
It did,
this afternoon. And Warner was right at the forefront of it, right back involved again.
Yeah, he was. He was great. He was buzzing about. I mean, the one day, as we know, we were disappointing. There's no doubt about that. And we're a little bit flat after such a great summer in the Test match format. So we had to get that buzz back. It helps when you have young guys coming in, wanting to prepare and wanting to do well, and they were fantastic.
A lot of cricket, isn't there? You have to get yourself, as much as anything, ready for what's to come next after these T20s. You've got a small break, got to go to South Africa and get the guys ready to play a Test series. And the balance of who you use, where and when, has become very important, isn't it?
It really has, mate. Yeah, it's getting to the stage now where you've got to sort of separate a little bit with the teams and even coaching structures. You just can't put the work in you would like because they're going from one format to the next to the next. So we've had some injuries with fast bowlers this year, which has hurt us a little bit. So we had to play our test blokes a lot of the time in the one days. That makes it difficult sometimes when you want to refresh guys. So it's been a challenge, but I thought England did it quite well in the one day side. They changed over from test to one day format. We're looking at that sort of structure, but end of the day, your best bowlers are still your best bowlers. So you've got to pick the right bowlers.
Talk about challenges. South Africa. Wow, this is going to be really 1v2, I think, in Test cricket.
Yeah, it's going to be a great series. I mean, they played well here a couple of summers ago against us. Vice versa, that we played really well last time we went there. The conditions are very similar. It'll be interesting to see what sort of wickets we get, I suppose, over there. That's the first and foremost. Two great attacks that can get 20 wickets.
They're coming off hard cricket too. That's going to have them in great shape, ready for you with limited preparation.
Yeah, but we've come off a really tough Test series as well. So the competition's there. It's going to be fantastic. So whoever gains the ascendancy in the game early on and takes it and rides with it, that's going to be a challenge for our group when we get there.
I just want to take you back to this format and to use Andrew Tye as an example. He picked up 4 tonight. He picked up 5 in Perth the other day in the one-day game. And I want to know how much of what happens with the variety of slower balls and changes of length and pace is planned, and how much is up to the individual at the moment?
A bit of both. Well, obviously, we talk about through the different batters they're bowling to and the plans we'd like set, but then you've got to sum up with the wicket and the conditions of the wicket and what they're doing and how they're going about it early. If you want to bowl your slower ball or his knuckleball early to a batter to try and deceive them, which he did a couple of times to their batters, and then use his bouncer and his length ball as well. So, he knows his game really well. So he gets control of his 24 balls, but at the start of an innings with a batsman coming in, we have some structure there, and then you move with the times.
And I suppose as a coach, you're conscious of too much information and too much pre-planning, because you want to leave people to freewheel and think for themselves.
Yeah, you do. You have your plans, but they can certainly change in a couple of balls in this format of the game. So the big thing is get a basic plan you want to go with, but be prepared to change it, flip it on its head at any stage.
Now, the umpires are inspecting in 3 minutes with a view to starting at 36. We've just got a bit more rain. A question about Ricky Ponting, because you brought him in to help you with the coaching of this side. He must bring a lot to the table.
Oh, he does, mate. Yeah. Obviously, I love playing with him and against him, but he's seen a lot of cricket, played a lot of cricket at the highest level. So the guys sort of, just when he speaks, they listen. Sometimes they don't listen to me that much anymore, but that's okay. They listen to him and they're fantastic at it. The way he talks to them, he's a cricket nuffy. Yeah. He is a cricket nuffy. He throws balls, he's out there laughing, carrying on with them. It's like he's back playing international cricket again. So the way he speaks about the game and he enjoys it, you're mad not to have those guys around.
He loves getting that gear on, doesn't he?
Oh, he does,
Love his sleeveless jacket.
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah.
Now, this wicket had a bit in it this afternoon, and the decision to bowl first did you expect that much life in the pitch, or was it just a we'd rather chase type decision?
Well, we didn't really know, mate. That's the thing. Sometimes in this format, you're better to find out what's going on if there's anything in it. We've seen in the BBL this year, there's been a bit in it early, and then it's sort of skidded on and played quite well. So David was quite keen to bowl. It was a little bit tacky. Got the rewards of some good bowling in the first 6.
And the spinners were great too. And a little bit of spin. Sometimes it slid on, sometimes it just stopped and spun. So they were very accurate and effective.
Yeah, they were, mate. I mean, it was a really polished bowling performance. Now the challenge for the batters is to back that up.
Yeah, because New Zealand have got a couple of good spinners too.
Yeah, they've got good spinners and a good pace attack.
What do you know about these?
Well, Ishi Sodhi played in the BBL, so for us, most of the blokes have played him. They've played Satnam before, so most of the guys play against each other now, but they're a quality bowling attack, so our guys have to be right on from ball 1.
What's happening to those guys in the rooms now?
Oh, they'll be talking. Don't shut up at the moment. They've been talking the whole time in our prep. They've been wanting to know about wickets, how you play this bloke, what you do. They're just trying to learn the game.
What sort of David Warner do you think we're going to see? Can he release and sort of throw the shackles away? He's been pretty conservative and technical through the summer, but can we see the switch hit for 6, those types of things
Yeah, I
tonight?
think he'll be pretty positive, the skipper. So, I mean, everyone said he's quite conservative in the Test series, but I thought he batted really well, especially against the new ball, negated England, and then we went about getting big runs. So I think in this format, he'll probably release the shackles a bit.
Yes, good one, Wolf. Yeah, and I mean, being conservative is not a criticism of him, but he was very technical and worked hard in his innings.
He did work hard in the Test series.
Hopefully tonight he can just go without that hard work.
I think he will, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Bill, thanks for your time.
No problem. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Great to see you. Umpires are looking now. We're going to have a quick break, and we should have information, we hope, a 9:36 start. So hang on in there with us. Good news at the Sydney Cricket Ground. The covers are off. Play will begin at 9:57, which is in just a few minutes from now. And the target for the Australians is 95 off 15 overs. They have been dancing their socks off. Music has been pounding out of the speakers here, and people have still managed to have a party, whatever the rain. Mark Taylor's alongside me.
Yeah, it's been really good. It's well done by the SCG to keep the music coming, because the good news is that of the about 25,000 people here, most of them have stayed. They've had a big break in play, and would have been easy to wander off home or do whatever they want to do, but they've all stayed along, and they've been rewarded, because we're going to have about an hour of fun here. 15 overs to get 95. I believe the power play, or the first 5 overs, only 2 fielders allowed out. I reckon Warner, Darcy Short, Chris Lynn, if he gets a bat, they're going to have some fun the next hour or so.
Let's have a private bet on the score after 5 then.
5 overs. I'm hoping Australia don't lose any wickets. I reckon they're going to be 54 off 5. There you go. About 11 and over. Tick under 11.
I'll go with 48 off 5. In other words, we think it could be explosive. Here come the umpires. 95 are needed to win. And I think our commentators are in place upstairs. Michael Clark is there. Michael Slater is there. And Ian Healy's there too.
Yeah, thanks, fellas. 6.33 runs per over. How will Australia approach this? All guns blazing, more than likely. But again, the New Zealanders went out and had another warm-up. They're very sprightly. Their bowlers are all very keen to get the ball in their hand. They've got to put a wet outfield aside and get the deliveries right where they need them to create early pressure and get these massive hitters of Australia out. This could be good fun.
Yeah, they've got to bowl the Aussies out. Hills, there's no doubt about it. Australia's going to go hard. Lots of batting, but there's plenty of experience in that New Zealand attack. Bolt, Southey up front. Going to see the ball swing. Seen a little bit of extra bounce from the Aussies in the first innings. That man there, Kane Williamson, he'll want wickets early.
Yeah, we'll find out how big a effect was the Billy Stanlake effect. Was it just the standout from him early on that didn't allow New Zealand to get the big total? Or is there just that extra bounce? I reckon there's just a little bit of extra bounce that some might be picking up on and some won't be, but there were no batsmen that really got in sync. Granholm was the one that got the big ones away, so he was the star. But the hitting ability of this Australian team is phenomenal.
Yeah, the Kiwis put their big pull shots and clearing the front leg type shots, hitting over mid-wicket or over cover away, because I think Billy Stanlake scared them into that. The first couple top edged one, mistimed one, hit him high on the bat, and then they put it away, the big shots. So can Warner and Short find some freedom with their stroke play?
Can't wait to see these two. Davey Warner, I think we're going to see him go hard. This young man here on debut, Darcy Short, had a wonderful BBL. Hits the ball clean as a whistle. He won't mess around. If he gets one in his zone, he'll take it on. I'm sure there's a few nerves there. First opportunity walking out for Australia. This boy gets going, we're going to see some entertainment.
And averaging 39 with that strike rate, it's been incredible what he's done, and witnessing it, he's been selected because of it. So it's great to see form from the BBL, as it should, being recognised and getting elevated to this opportunity tonight.
He's got a technique like David Warner. He's not just a basher, so he can really get forward and get back and across, and those types of things. Will he need it tonight? 117 was the score that New Zealand posted, but Australia now need 95 to win. They've gone with pace and Trent Boult. Now he will want to swing it away from the left-handers. He's capable of it, but will it happen now that the rain has happened? Two slips, David Warner on strike. It swings a touch.
Yeah, well, we were saying earlier that they're genuine swing bowlers, Southey as well. So the right-arm version, and you've got Boult, who takes many wickets because the new ball moves through the air. There's some movement already.
Adjustment from Warner. Tried to clear that front leg. A little bit of shape away. Recognise that. Defends the first ball.
Short and bouncing. Blundell, the keeper for New Zealand, takes it well above head height.
Well, I just think when a trampoline's a bit like that, it's not that it's slowing in pace, it's actually getting through. You know, the bigger shots can be hard. There's no consistency in bounce. These bigger shots are more difficult.
It's taken off that. Look at Davey Warner's reaction. He wanted that extra bounce. You see there with David Warner, that second ball, he's not going to mess about. He gets any width, he's going to take it on. Gets even an edge on that's going for 6, swinging that hard.
Well, they might as well play to their potential, and that's what this team's been selected to do. Come out of bowling attack and get some practice for the second game in Hobart, maybe. And this whole series between New Zealand and England of making big totals and chasing big totals down. Power and devastating strokes.
He was there to hear, didn't get it away, slammed it into his inside thigh. When you think of Warner's season, he's had massive test series in the Ashes, and then he's come out of 5 one-day internationals that weren't the most prolific for him from a run scoring point of view, and now he comes in to T20, so he's gone 5-day start, 50 over start, but now the T20. It's a real adjustment, elevated by the captaincy.
And it looks to me like he's already got the pitch in his mind. He's down there looking at the pitch. He's sort of gesturing to Darcy Short, a bit too paced. And he's not timing it, not moving fluently. He's off strike after 5 balls.
Got an inside edge a couple of balls ago. You might have a little corky there, so just limping a little bit, David Warner. But yeah, look, it shows his talent as well. The type of player that can play all 3 formats. I know he didn't have a great one-day series, and I said at the time, I think the captaincy here in the T20s will do him the world of good. You saw the energy he brought to the field. I think the whole Australian team, their energy was outstanding. This is the ball, he got that inside edge. He's limping a little bit, but yeah, I think he's going to have a good 2020 series. His captaincy's going to help him.
Now, they brought another fielder in. There's a deep backward square leg or forward square leg, and they brought him in for Darcy Short. They need to be careful. His timing might be better than David Warner's. None for 1. Oh, Maxie, come on. The crowd don't want to see you just as much, but look at Lynn, the headliner. He's in the dugout, and the viewers want him in.
Did you see Lenny in that trial game before coming back, where he just pulverised the attack? It was just 6 up. It was like 12 sixes and all around the ground. In the end, he got caught deep on extra cover back, right on the rope.
Some entertainers there. See only the 12% for David Warner. He's as entertaining as anybody. There's the show. They love the power. Public love the boundaries, love the power. Darcy Short, Chris Lynn, been seeing lots of them in the BBL. So much talent in that top four. You see Tim Southey, the experienced Tim Southey, into the attack.
Well, they've taken an eternity to set the field here, Southey. He'd be looking to swing it into the left-handers. They've tacked the offside. They've got a funny little short third man, and he gets it over the top of that, and it's full.
Yeah, good strike. Really good strike. Stand and deliver stuff. He only needs to feel a couple of those, and then he doesn't overthink batting, and he's away.
Yeah, he's off here, Warner. You prefer this. You prefer the ball coming in than going away. That's too short from Southey. Good hands from David Warner to get it over cover. Man out of deep point.
You don't produce bad balls right when the batsman wants one. He's sweating on something that he could clobber like that, and Southey gave it to him. Now it's Shorten on the leg side. That's the man they put back for David Warner, but last over they brought him up for Darcy Short.
The other thing about good T20 players, they pick their bowler. David Warner's experience, he knows the New Zealand opposition, he knows the attack, he knows Bold and Southey. So he might be thinking someone like Bold is going to take it away with a couple of slips. I mightn't be able to go as hard, but Tim Southey is his man. Ball swinging in, he prefers the leg side early. He might be thinking no matter how we go against Bold, I know I can catch up off Southey.
That square leg man is up, fine leg is back. There's still a slip. Short third man and a gully for Short on Nord. He nails it into the gap.
You can hear the sound up here, that bat reverberating. He has smoked that. That's what he can do.
Second ball, it's not that short. Yeah, in great position, it's nice and still. That is right out of the screws.
You can see a man coming out of BBL and still playing the same form of the game. A lot harder for Warner to come back and amp up a game. It hasn't been as fruitful of late, whereas Short just keeps going.
Slip's gone. Short goes too. That is a good delivery.
Well, Hills, that's that extra bounce. The one will bounce a little lower, and the next one, it's probably just from a little bit of extra effort from the bowler. It skips through a bit higher than you anticipate.
I think with this field, they have to be back of a length. Tim Southey needs to bowl back of a length. He's got a deep point and a deep square leg. Mid off, mid on up. He doesn't have much choice.
And no width, because there's a ramp shot that's on and the boundary's unprotected. He still goes leg side, and the slip that they've put has taken a catch.
Oh, get out of here. He has hit that as hard as the first boundary. Straight to the man.
The first one he got in the gap. Unfortunately for Darcy Short, this one straight to the fieldsman. Again, back of a length from Southey. Picks out Ross Taylor at mid-wicket. It's a big wicket for New Zealand. Australia 1 for 10.
Our Gillette viewers will be happy. Lynn is in.
He knows one way, Chris Lynn. He will not mess about. There's his numbers. Average of 21, but you'll see that increase. He plays the way he's been playing in the BBL. And speaking to him today, pre-show, he made it very clear he's not going to mess around. He's going to play exactly the same way he has for Brisbane Heat. See the ball, hit the ball. What an entertainer this young man is.
I liked his comment this morning. He said, well, I'm just going to bat normally with a smile on the face. And we'll all have a smile on our face if he starts launching. Oh, dot ball.
I think you're going to see again that back of a length to him. 1 for 10, Australia.
Maxwell next, then Stoinis, Carey, Agar, then the bowlers. New Zealand worked their way through the Australian lineup. Trent Boult starts his second over to Warner, who's on 6. And he gets a flinchy pull shot straight to the fielder. Can he control it? Yes, he can. Tom Bruce, I think it is, takes a ripper.
Geez, it's a good catch. Davey Warner, he picks the length early, gets it high on the bat. Again, the experience of Boult and New Zealand captain making a plan to go short these Australian batsmen. Look at this. Look how easily he does this. Sees the rope, tosses it up. How good are they, Slack?
Oh, I'm not sure he was overbalancing. I think he just did it because that's what they practice. They're so good at it. And this is the perfect start for New Zealand. Australia now 2 for 10.
Great opportunity for Glenn Maxwell to show his technique and his fight for the challenge that's on at the moment. 2 for 10, and two men not known for their resistance over long periods with technical expertise are in at the crease.
Yeah, well, questions asked. Questions asked of Australia. Their T20 form, they play a whole lot of this stuff. Because it's the World Cup year, is not great. Ranked 7th, just ranking 7th. I can say, oh, we don't play too many. That would hurt them. They want to elevate and get some consistent performance. They're tested tonight.
Oh, Bolt's got some life out of this wicket. He's jumped a couple at Warner, and this one brought about his downfall.
Well, this is the first one, straight to mid-wicket. Ross Taylor hanging on to it. And a little bit of pressure now on Warner to keep going. Just got onto him a little quicker. You saw the head go back, hits high on the bat. That's why it didn't fly over. A little stronger piece of wood on that, and it is 6.
Oh, stand and deliver. Is that 6? It is! Almost.
In one bounce, heels out. Jeez, he's hit that clean though. Again, want someone to consolidate. It's not going to be these two. They are going power. Chris Lynn gets a little bit of width. Frees, look at that front foot. Opens himself up, gets that front foot out of the way so he can swing his arms through. That's a beautiful shot.
That's incredible. That's what it is. He's just smashed that. And he'll keep those feet in the same position, hit it all around the ground. Good hitters, that's what they do. They splay that front leg.
Lynn does it really well. He gets that front leg out of the way so he can actually get a full swing of the bat.
Full this time. Same result. Couple more bounces, but 4.
Yeah, and the crowd go up with him. That's what he can do. There's always pressure on these hitters to... He knows he wants to keep playing this style of game. It's so hard to keep hitting 4s and smash the ball, but he makes it look easy when he gets going.
So much courage. The fear of getting out is just out the window. See the ball, hit the ball. Like he said, Chris Lynn, no matter what the situation of the game, he's going to play his way. So courageous. That's what makes him so good.
Kane Williamson is at a loss to know where to put his 2 fielders. There's only 2 allowed out in this power play, and he's swapped them a couple of times already. So the left of screen there, he's got a ringed offside field. Trent Boult coming round the wicket now, looking to angle in. And does well.
That's good bowling. That's good captaincy, good communication with your bowler. And then the execution from Boult. Round the wicket, trying to cramp Chris Lynn. Again, he tries to free his arms there, but the length and the line is perfect.
5 overs is the power play, the reduced power play. And that's a jamming line. Does it again. Lynn goes inside. It might work for 2, but he's not going to get there. After 3, it's 2 for 19. Find your local clubs at playcricket.com.au. We've got revised playing conditions here this evening with the Duckworth-Lewis Stearns system. 76 more to win from 72 balls. And they're 2 for 19. This is a big partnership.
Some happy young boys there. Oh, wouldn't you be? And Maxwell, Chris Lynn at the crease. Mitchell Santler into the attack. Number 1 T20 bowler in the world currently. Got great change of pace. Left arm orthodox, attacks the stumps. It's going to be a good challenge for him though with these 2 at the crease.
I thought they might go 1 more from Saudi. 1 wicket, but he's out of the attack. Santner around the wicket as well. Just taking the pace out for these 2 innovative stroke makers.
Lovely slang.
Yeah, he's an unusual bowler. He doesn't have a strong front arm, but he's got just subtle changes. He just tucks that front arm in bent, and he's got a real deception. Sometimes it looks innocuous, but he gets wickets.
Tough time to bowl.
Yeah, That's brilliant. See there, variation. First ball, arm ball, a lot quicker. Second ball, pace off the ball. But on both occasions, it's angle in towards the right-hander, cramping them. Really smart bowling.
Short. Just walks inside it, nails it to the leg side.
Oh, he's lethal, isn't he? He cannot get it wrong. First ball, second ball, 14k difference. So he's got all that variation, but then he goes too short. Lynn was already thinking on side, and then it's set up and sat up beautifully.
Smart batting. See that first step to Chris Lynn. Gets himself over to the off stump, outside the line. Looks to sweep if it's full, that's a fraction shorter, and plays a flat bat.
What's the response from Santner? Real slow one.
A bit of turn as well. It's the hardest thing as a batsman. Chris Lynn will be thinking, if it's coming in with that angle, I can hit to the leg side. But when it holds up like this, just enough spin puts that doubt in your mind.
Yeah, and that was the pace difference again, Clarkie, 77. Trying to work that through the offside. It's still ringed through there. And I seem to like that option of just getting a couple more out there. Trying to block up some holes, and Lynn's trying to take advantage while he can.
Deep mid-wicket, long off for the two fielders that are out. Lynn goes through the covers very well. Gee, it was a good ball. Didn't deserve to get hit for 4, but that's Lynn. 2 for 27 after 4. Southey's getting his second over, but it's from the other end. It's from the members' end. Australia 2 for 27. Maxwell will get his first ball.
So just swapping him round on the outswinger. Steady into it. He's got Maxwell. He hasn't faced a ball yet. And Maxwell came back in to find a one-day international. Big responsibility, didn't get going, but he's come out of the BBL and he's had, in a disappointing team performance, good individual success.
Last innings here, the SCG for Maxwell, 84 from 47. So it'll have a good feel for him.
He's been in good nick, that's for sure. I like that as well. Just giving himself a look that first ball. Thing about Glenn Maxwell, you don't know what you're going to get. Charge first ball, go a switch hit first ball, but he's giving himself a chance there. And the leg side. Might have got away with a wide there, Tim Southey.
They're the types of shots he can't afford to miss. The ball was there for him to flip. The fielder was up. And he might have been premeditating something somewhere else.
Big wide heels.
It's a tough call. Wasn't quite sure what to do with the periscope there. Maxwell got the short one. The bat was still up there.
Well, that's a good example how Glenn Maxwell likes to play. You see him take that first step to the leg side. He likes to stay leg side of the ball. And when he gets that width, he'll free his hands, whether it's over third man, over point. Look at this first step here from Maxi. Goes back, clears the front leg, so it looks awkward because of the line, but he's looking to score through the offside.
Squirts that away with power. Third man will come around and keep it to 2. His most success has come in this year's BBL when he stood still at the crease.
Yeah, the penny's dropped, I think. There's a number of people sort of saying if he could just stay a bit stiller and maybe take a little bit of early innings premeditation out of his game, there's going to be a stronger consistency, and I think he started to do that. Just keeps everything still, the eyes still, all the shots and more.
Oh, at the body, and gets something on it. And that goes past the fielder that's up. Lynn's really pushed him into 2. Might have been a little too much at one stage, but they make it okay. That reverse pull shot he's got is unbelievable.
That's good bowling from Southey. Once again, cramping Glenn Maxwell. Angling right into his hip, so he can't free his hands. Well, picks up a couple though. See his hands there, how close they are to his stomach. Can't extend those hands because of the line. Really good bowling, Tim Southey.
Yeah, he's got away with a couple though, Clark, hasn't he? He's got 45, so no one behind. If he'd just been able to tap a couple, get something on it, they were boundaries.
It could have been very expensive in the last over of the power play. Allowed more players out after this over. Australia needs 63 from 61.
And that in T20 terms is a dotted. But wickets for New Zealand. Williamson will pressing hard with certain field placements, and he's trying to keep, as Australia did, keep taking a regular wicket.
Last ball of the power play. What's Maxwell got? Oh, a little glide over the wicket keeper. Thank you. So after 5, it's 2 for 36.
Two for 36, Australia after 5. The power play is now over. Chris Lynn there with our Gatorade tracker on. He's done 6.6 Ks for the match. And he's averaging 63 metres per minute when he's out in the field. Now, during a test match, that's around about 40 to 45. One day is 50 to 55. And as you probably expect in T20 cricket, it's up over 60 metres per minute. It's his fielding, his batting combined. So, doing some serious miles out there.
Well, he certainly is. Change of bowling, Ish Sodhi. It's a good leg break bowler, got the googly, he's got all the tricks, does Ish Sodhi. Ranked, I think, number 3 in
Down, Gossy!
T20 cricket. And, yep, he has all the tricks.
Yeah, Ish spent a lot of time yesterday with Stuart McGill, as Mason Crane, the young English leg spinner, did last year and in the early part of this season. What has rubbed off?
Oh, he's placed that nicely. He's got good hands. Already mentioned that, but he placed that really well and gets a boundary. Didn't try to overhit it, just got it in the gap.
Yeah, certainly did. It's a good cut shot, a real good cut shot. It was there for it though, so at this level you've got to put it away. Sometimes when you hit the ball like Chris Lynn hits the ball, a bowler's very, very nervous in his delivery stride. He doesn't know where to bowl, he doesn't know where to go. There's not somewhere to go. The protection isn't there on the backward point boundary. Look at him hitting down the ground. Interesting about Ish Sodhi, last year in the Big Bash he played, he got interviewed after the game. And this bloke knows absolutely everything there is to know about a statistic in world cricket. He'd know more about our careers than we know about our careers. He is incredibly knowledgeable, this bloke. They ask him and they quiz him in the dressing room about everything, and he's got all the brains. He's a smart, smart man.
He shoveled that away on the onside. Look for 2, settle for 1. It's a big challenge for him, this, bowling to these 2.
Just astonished that you don't know all his stats. You don't spend hours poring over wisdom and such things.
You realise when you finished, it's all about how you played the game and not with the numbers that you end up on, Marky. No one cares how many hundreds you got. It's how you played the game. That's what I'm going on anyway. Just give it a whack. Maxi will give it a whack. He's in good form. Played beautifully for the Stars. I reckon he's player of the season in Melbourne this year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thanks.
Picks the spinners. Manipulates the field, and by George, he's got some unbelievable cricket shots. His reverse sweep that he plays, he's proper. That man there on show can play.
I reckon he'd be disappointed too. The last one-dayer he played over in Perth. A chance to get Australia home there. Been out to a good ball in swinger. Tommy Curran. Couldn't get Australia home. Settled for 1 there. And that's 7 from that over. That's all Australia need. 2 for 43. 52 needed for Australia, 54. Stoinis, Carey and Agar, next three in. Make their way, really, in international cricket. Like what we've seen from Alex Carey in the one-day he did earlier this year in Brisbane. Really good Big Bash. Made 100 in the Big Bash competition. A chance to play the final tomorrow night too, Alex Carey. Colin de Grandhomme in the attack. Oh, he was looking to get that offside, wasn't he? He's looking to go through the offside. Didn't get the ball he was after.
Oh, no, he didn't, but he's looking to go. At least he's looking to go. Didn't like him knocking the spinners around. That's not what he does. Chris Lynn, he launches it into orbit. That's what he plays like. De Grandhomme, well, he did it with the bat. He's an all-rounder. Can he do it with the ball? Can he serve something up here? Australia only need 51 or 53 under a run of ball. Can Colin de Grandhomme doing something here for New Zealand?
Oh, over mid-off. Oh, will it go all the way? Yes, it will. And down the race. It's nice to see Max Warney's plays like this.
Certainly is. That's an unbelievable shot from an unbelievable cricketer. He has all the strokes. He's striking it over 200 now, Maxi. Look at that. Look at the quality, look at the class. Takes some execution as well. De Grandhomme, don't bowl there with your mid-off up.
Well, it's tough, isn't it? It's tough for New Zealand. They've got to try and keep some fielders up because they need wickets, really. Australia only need 45 of 52. But you've got Maxwell and Lynn who can hit anywhere.
Lovely to see that orthodox in the play there. We saw an incredible 100, big 100 by Maxwell here in the World Cup. Mainly unorthodox strokes. There, the way he got the blade coming through the ball and just timed it so sweet. Oh, he's a frustration. What would you do with him? You know him well now, you've played with him.
Just do this. Absolutely, play the cricket shots. Pick the right options. That's the right option. Mid-off was up. It's all about options. Maxi can play the ball anywhere. He can hit it anywhere in the cricket field and into any seat. So
once you can play the art is shot selection.
It's shot selection. Picking the right shot at the right time. Oh, my goodness. This game could be over in 20 minutes if Lynn goes here. Maxi's going. But yeah, it's about shot options. Mid-off was up there. That's the right shot option. It's not about taking the man on the boundary. He can take the man on the boundary, yes, but that's smart. The execution, very clever. Just the shimmy. He might go across his stumps. De Grandhomme goes, I'm going to bowl straight. All intention was to go over mid-off. And that again, there's smart cricket. He's looking to pierce the offside where the field is up. You've got a third man up and you've got a backward point up. Glenn Maxwell's thinking my boundary option is through backward point. So it's the right option. And I know how frustrated he was. Having chatted to him after the game in Perth the other night, he was absolutely distraught that he didn't finish the job for Australia. So tonight could be his night.
It was interesting. He tried to play the same shot. The one he just hit for 6. He tried to hit that against Tom Curran in that game. It actually swung back in. It was a good piece of bowling. And sometimes you get beaten on the day by a better cricketer. 2 for 54. These two. Great to watch. 44 from 30, these two. Sodhi under pressure. Need a wicket, New Zealand. At the moment, these two are against the slower bowlers, just seem happy to knock it round. They need 40 to win off 47 balls.
Just trying to rack my brain at the moment. Is there a better T20 partnership to watch bat? Lynn Maxwell? Is there a better T20 partnership? Virat Kohli with somebody else? But how good is this one?
Oh, it's beautifully bowled. Bit of turn. Beat everyone, almost the keeper as well.
It really spins, actually. We saw a few spin for both Agar and Zampa. That's a cracking leg break. Just drifts in a bit. Seems in a good position. Kohli and Sharma. Roy and Hales.
Oh, good age! Love that age!
Munro and Guptill on their day. But I hear your point.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. They really are. Yeah, there's some incredible partnerships there. There certainly is. De Villiers has to feature somewhere. De Villiers and de Kock. Some wonderful players at the moment. He's picking him. He's certainly picking him. It was a good leg break a couple of balls ago, but he's picking him, Glenn Maxwell. He's certainly made it look as if he is there. I don't want him to get knocked over with a big googly now through the gate. But that looked like he picked that one.
Well, he just got two leggies, didn't he? Probably thought one's due, and he got it right. And not only did he pick it, he worked it really nicely into a gap on the onside. 3 men out in the deep on the onside, but there's quite a big gap between long on and deep mid wicket.
Down north!
There he goes offside. Oh, well done. It's Kane Richardson there. Ooh. Just be a little careful with that. Just dug the knee in there. Does really well there, and then just tries to get up and wants to throw and pick up and throw in one action. That can be dangerous. Yep. Nicely played again. Just ease the ball away through the offside. Two for 59. Well, it's good to see that plenty of New Zealanders are still watching. There's still some believers out there, although it's dropping. Who wins from here?
Another change of bowler for
6, 7, 5% New Zealand. Australia nicely placed. 2 for 59.
Who on earth are the people going New Zealand there? Who are they? Oh my goodness, here we go. Placement, perfect placement from Chris Lynn. He doesn't let the bowler settle. Goes on to 34. He's on a roll.
Yeah, second time he's done that, got really low and just waited and waited. He's quite deep in the crease, which changes the length. And then he's helping it really. He's part using power and part pace on the ball. And picking his spot so well.
Oh, yes, mate.
Well bowled. Well bowled. He tossed that up there, Mitchell Santner. It's brave after going for 6. Interesting though, he was a bit coy early on, wasn't he, Chris? When we had him mic'd up before the start of play, he wasn't going to tell us where he was going to bat. We all thought he was going to bat 3, and he did. And he's got an opportunity, and he's now starting to put a stamp on it.
Oh!
Well bowled. There's the quicker one. Speared that one in.
Yeah, the interesting thing that I found from his conversation that he had with us earlier was that you jump up to the next level and you actually don't really know your role as securely as you know your role in say, Big Bash cricket. He knows in Big Bash cricket he's out there to whack the first ball, second ball, third ball for 6. Here in Australia, he's got a step up. There's a couple of other openers.
Catch it!
It should be out, although it might fall safe. It does. Oh, no luck there for Santner. He went for 6, bowled 2 really different sort of balls, a slower one, a quicker one. Pulled out the big shot from Chris Lynn. And he hit it that badly off the toe of the bat. It didn't get to the fielder.
Well, he bowled it beautiful, slow, didn't he? That ball was only 77 Ks, and he just got it up in the air, just a little bit above the eye line. He tried to make it spin. It held in the pitch a bit. He won the battle, but didn't win the wicket.
Oh, super shot. Gee, that's a good shot. And it's 4. Gee, that's perfect batting. That really is. That was a good delivery. Used the crease, backed away, and then got the timing and the placement just right.
Couldn't say it any better, Mark Taylor. That is an unbelievable cricket shot. Wow. What a cricket shot.
Reminded me of my hero as a kid, Barry Richards, the South African. Used to get inside out, back away a bit and hit those cover drives, picking his spot. Used to drive bowlers to distraction too.
Oh, yep.
Backs away and get another single there. Another good over for Australia, 12 from that one, 2 for 71. Well, nice to see the moon. We quite a shower here at the change of innings. Cost us about 45 minutes, almost an hour of lost. Good news is they've still got 15 over match here, and Lynn and Maxwell doing it well.
Catch it!
Those slices away, that'll be short of the man at deep point.
Quite funny, Max. He did this the other night in the game we played against the Sydney Sixers. Got his helmet off and put on a show. Certainly put on a clinic that night, and he's doing just as good a job here. Not so sure about this. You don't often see it, do you? Helmet off and
virtually never. It's great to see. Yeah.
MS Dhoni does it occasionally. Oh, Maxi, look at him. Look at him.
It's in the gap. That's 4. It's hard, it's flat, and it's 4.
Nothing better than seeing a guy who performs in domestic cricket, we can call it. In other words, the Big Bash in this case, come into international cricket, play every bit as freely and brightly. And this is now his best score in an Australian shirt, and he doesn't look like he plans to finish before the deed is done tonight. That's where we go next, down to Blundstone Arena in Hobart. That's on Wednesday, Feb 7, and then on Saturday at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Both games against England, who are in this triangular. Strange tournament. It's split between 2 countries. The second part of it will be in New Zealand. Sadly, not with us.
Yeah. After the Melbourne Cricket Ground, on the way back to London. What are you doing, Mark? Are you hanging around, or are you back to London straight from Melbourne?
No, I'm cruising and then heading to South Africa.
$17 left, 32 balls, doing it easy. New Zealand just didn't get enough. They got Billy Stanlake at the top. The big man, he broke it through. Very interested in the next couple of games, England, how they're going to take on Billy Stanlake.
Down.
Billy Stanlake. Billy Stanlake. In other words, 6'8", tall, bit of swing, pace, bounce, and 150 Ks.
It's a bit easier to say that than Liam Plunketed it.
Michael slated over a little bit early, a bit over exuberance in the commentary. As Glenn Maxwell now knocks one straight down the ground, and off he goes. He wants to finish it. Australia only need 12, 2 for 83.
Required for Australia, and they've done it easily through these 2. Chris Lynn, outstanding, 41 from 29. You can understand why the IPL franchise were all over him. He is extraordinary in his hitting ability and just the no-fear approach. And that way he was going to break our window.
Feel the wind from up here. Jeez, he wanted a maximum there, Chris Lynn. Yeah, I think Australia missed him in the one days as well, Chris Lynn. A couple of those injuries cost him some games there, but I think the number 4 position in the ODI team is somewhere Steve Smith would love to see Chris Lynn bat. You can see why. No matter what score an opposition gets, one-day cricket and T20 cricket, if he's at the crease, you know you can chase them down.
And goes to third man, so sliced down there, bit of a top edge, and Maxwell's been brilliant as well, coming out of BBL form, 31 from 19. Great to see him playing the way he is. He's always confident. It's more his approach, and there is consistency there.
This is opportunity. Back in the Australian one-day squad. Now he's a big part of the T20 squad. I'd love to cement his position here and obviously stay in that one-day squad.
Yeah, well, he's been told that 22 average over the last 12 months not good enough. So how do you get to improve that average if you're not in the one-day team? So tonight's a good example, good chance for him to stay not out, get this job done. It's been a very convincing performance by him.
It's a good delivery, and they sneak the single, so all around. But just coming back to Lynn, it's great to see him back, and that shoulder obviously proving that it's standing up to the swoosh of the bat, because the one he played and missed at, if that shoulder was no good, you can see why he's thrown one out. But the recovery, Pete Lanning going through that at the moment, it's just such a long rehab. And it's a miss hit, but again, he's launched into it.
So that's a miss hit that's always going to carry the infield. He's comfortable with that. And if you play like this, you're going to create some miss hits. but he knows it needs to be a real bad miss hit to get caught, because that bat speed gets it anywhere near the middle of the bat. Look out.
And it should be caught in the outfield. It is. The brilliant innings comes to an end, and only 8 runs required. He was trying to get there in 2 hits. So out for 40 odd, but hasn't it been entertaining?
Yeah, good bowling again. Credit to Trent Bolt. Good height, right on the money. Chris Lynn gone for 44 off only 33. 3 for 87, Australia.
Youngster Alex Carey out there, and he is doing all the right things at the moment, early in an international career. He's developing beautifully, and he's got a long international career. Certainly backs that, keeping up with this batting skill he's got.
Yeah, a bit wasteful that, wasn't it, Chris Lynn? Probably didn't need to play that way, but that's what he does. Good total that they've posted, 87 off 11 overs, so stand them in good stead for the rest of this series, but 3 down now.
No, it's 8 runs, 24 balls remaining. Maxwell on strike. That'll be a wide. Extra ball and 7 required. And he'll want to bring it home, Glenn Maxwell. Here's the dismissal again. Just hurried him up, hit high in the bat.
Yeah, the height, good bouncer. Right on the money. 2 men back as well. Chris Lynn doesn't get it out of the screws. Trent Bolt knows he's got his man. Good catch down there.
But you've got to love that he was trying to finish it in 2 hits. He wasn't going the singles. And nor is Maxi. Away it goes. So 3 required. Australia have been very good at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Talk about being ranked 7th in this form of the game, but it's been a very professional display.
Yeah, it's what you get with Lynn and Maxwell. No matter how many they need, if there's a boundary on offer, they're going to take it. Oh, Maxwell, look at this shot. Whippy, fast hands to get that into the gap, and again, the power. Batted beautifully. Just a 22 balls for Glenn Maxwell.
Slow start too. They can do so much damage, this Australian side. This side, that they probably have got an eye on 2020 for the 2020 World Cup. It's got everything. It can play all around the world in all different conditions.
Yeah, I agree. I like the balance. You got Finch's injured, so he's to come back in, and he's right up there from batting rankings, if you're looking at those as recent performances. But there's a balance, there's variation. And there's hitting ability. That'll be it. And Australia triumphed tonight over New Zealand. Kiwis came with big hopes. They've lost a couple against Pakistan, their last 2. And they'll lose this one in Australia tonight. But Australia, under the guidance of Dave Warner, have done it in brilliant style.
Outstanding, Glenn Maxwell. Very well played. Got an opportunity. Finishes it with a boundary as well. I think the attitude of the Australians has been spot on tonight. Energy in the field, their intent with the bat, really set the tone for exactly what they want to achieve in this series. Get out of this number 7 ranking. Thought David Warner's leadership, his captaincy tactically was good. The aggressive approach Australia's taken, very comfortable win.
Yeah, it sets them up. Obviously, there's games over in New Zealand. We'll be covering the ones in Australia, and we'll move to Hobart for Wednesday. But Australia start exactly as they wanted to in this triangular. And I'm sure I enjoyed taking on a new opposition. Not that there's a strong carryover, 50-over game to this, but a couple of players that have played against England and Warner right through the summer to take on New Zealand would have been freshening. And Maxwell, along with Chris Lynn, have been the destroyers with the blade. New Zealand got those first 2 wickets quickly, and the power openers, and that set them up. It would have made them hopeful, but they just didn't get the runs on the board.
This is a depleted Australian side, and it didn't even show. That's a great performance. Well led by Warner, as you said, Clarkie. The energy was great. And Martin Guptill and the opening batsman, Kane Williamson's got to get his batting going. The openers there, Craig Munro, no, they've got their hands full with a quality Australian pace attack, even though they're missing the big boys.
I think definitely the pace of Billy Stanlake stands out for me tonight. I don't think New Zealand were expecting high 150s, and not just the pace, the accuracy. Big tall man gets that extra bounce. I think he really set the tone for Australia.
There's no doubt he did. He was the major factor with that new ball, and he settled things, didn't he? That first over Australia bowl, Richardson was a little bit stray. It was 9 overs off the first over. And then Billy Stanlake came in and was on a hat-trick. He got 2, bang, bang. And we'll go outside now. Mark Taylor's got Glenn Maxwell.
Yeah, thank you, Michael Slater. Maxie, a lot of fun out there. Good start to this tri-series.
Yeah, exactly right. We haven't had a whole lot of success in T20 cricket, and to get a win at the start of a series is really good for us, and hopefully that builds some confidence within the team.
And really set up by your bowlers, though, like Stanlake and Ty, really good earlier tonight.
Yeah, exactly right. Having played for the Melbourne Stars this summer, it hasn't been a lot of early success in the power play, so it was nice to come out, get some wickets and really put them on the back foot.
And you chase the runs with confidence. You and Lenny played really well. Some nice hitting, some good controlled hitting.
Yeah, I suppose you can go either way. With 2 wickets early on in the power play, and we were able to still play positively and play to our strengths, and Lenny took a lot of the pressure off me, which was nice, and I was able to get into my innings.
A couple of nice shots down the ground here in particular, really standing still and just looking to hit like that back over the bowler's head.
Yeah, I was just trying to stay still and play the ball and hit it where it was meant to go, and luckily enough the field's dictated that a little bit as well, so I was able to play to my strengths.
What about this T20 squad? I'd want to talk about it. 7th in the world at the moment in the ranking. Is there a different feel to this squad?
Yeah, definitely. I suppose we've probably gone more on Big Bash form and tried to get the players that are currently in form in T20 cricket, rather than obviously sticking with our one-day team. And the guys are coming in red hot form, and they look like that when they get out in the middle as well. So hopefully we can see a lot more success with this T20 outfit.
And I saw you shake hands there with Ricky Ponting, who's been added to this squad as one of the coaches. Any little quiet words between you and Ricky?
We've had some good chats over the last couple of days. He's obviously one of my idols and someone who I look up to, and the work that he's done behind the scenes for us so far has been brilliant, and for him to present 2 caps to the young guys debuting today is outstanding, and something that will live a long time in their memories as well.
Mate, well done. Great to watch you play. Great to see you in form. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, Dave.
There you go, Glenn Maxwell there. Played particularly well, quick fire 30 odd from him. We're going to take a short break. We'll bring you back with the presentations and the skippers.
Good performance by the Australians tonight, beating New Zealand by 7 wickets. Glenn Maxwell signs a few autographs, lots of kids in the ground, even at almost 11 o'clock tonight. The New Zealand captain, Kane Williamson, is happy to come forward, I think. Didn't go at any stage as you would like it to have done.
No, I thought we were probably a little bit slow to assess conditions. It was very tough. Australia bowled very, very well. Didn't give us much to go off, and yeah, it would have been nice if we could get maybe that 140 score on the board, but it wasn't to be. They outplayed us in all facets today. They came out, played positively, and it took 1 knock, 2 knocks to sort of blow the back of that first innings that we got. So credit to Australia, they played really well.
Are you surprised by Billy Stanlake's pace?
I sort of faced him once before, and I know he's quick, and so we were sort of expecting it to be fast, and it was. But I think the lengths he hit as well was probably one of the best parts of all the Australian innings, the way they ran and hit the deck hard, got the ball to stand up and use their change of pace as well. But it would have been much better if we could have just stuck with it a little bit longer and then scored a few more at the back end.
Funny old pitch in a way, wasn't
it? yeah, it was tough. But you play on different surfaces all the time, and you need to adapt quickly. And in 20 overs, you do need to assess fast and work out what a good score is. And perhaps 140 would have been a better total.
All right, mate. Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers.
Kane Williamson, let's ask tonight's man of the match. Really not a difficult decision for Mark Taylor and his team. Brilliant performance. 3 for 15. Blew New Zealand away. Billy Stanlake, tonight's player of the match. Congratulations. We chatted mid-innings and you confessed to being a bit nervous.
Yeah, I think it was the most nerves I've had for quite some time leading up to a game. So, yeah, I didn't get off to the best start last year in my few Australian games. So, yeah, definitely a lot of nerves coming into it.
But you got off to the perfect start earlier today.
Yeah, probably couldn't ask for a better start. So that probably settled me down quite early. And, yeah, then I could just get into it.
And you thought you had the hat-trick covered. You bowled a perfect Yorker.
Yeah, I thought it came out quite nice out of the hand, and then he just got it away. So, yeah, not to be.
You given licence by David Warner to attack with the new ball?
Yeah, I think in any format of white ball cricket, you want to attack early with the new ball and try and make use of it and, try and get some early wickets. I think that's the most important thing in 2020 cricket. So, yeah, that's always what I'm trying to do is attack early and take wickets.
Where will you be tomorrow night when the strikers are fighting for the prize?
I'll be in Hobart watching very closely on the TV. So, yeah, wish all the boys the best tomorrow night. Yeah, I'll be watching very closely.
OK, well done, Billy. Congratulations. Terrific effort. Tonight's player of the match, Billy Stanlake. And now we'll ask the Australian captain, David Warner, to come forward. Oh, you must be very pleased, leader.
Yeah, very happy. A fantastic performance there, obviously, by the boys. But look, the way that we started with the ball, that's probably why I decided to bowl. It was a bit uncertain, a bit of weather around as well, but it sort of looked a little bit tacky. So I was just glad the boys produced.
Yeah, you've got a nice varied attack too, David.
Yeah, we got pace, we got great, change-up skills as well, and good spin through the middle. So having the luxury of someone bowling 150 and taking 3 wickets in the first 6 always helps.
And then the boys had to do a job after you and Darcy got out, and they did it very well. A bit of flair, but also a bit of common sense.
Yeah, definitely. It's very clinical. That's our game plan up the top to sort of take it on and obviously, reduce the 95. But the way that the guys came out and still played with freedom and played the way that they know best was awesome.
We focused on you a bit tonight in the field. You looked very pumped.
Yeah, no, you always got to be up and about, and 120 balls, there's no excuse why you can't be. And look, I'm just excited for the way that the boys bowled, and you got to celebrate your catches as well.
Very good. It's raining. England next. Thanks, David.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, that's the end of the presentation ceremony. And we're going to take a short break. We will wrap things up under an umbrella by the sound of it.
Yes, it will.
Oh, my goodness, here we go.
And there's hitting ability. That'll be it. And Australia triumph tonight over New Zealand.
And finished off in great style by Glenn Maxwell. Brilliant from him, brilliant from Chris Lynn. Australia too good for New Zealand tonight, KP.
Yeah, too good. They started so well, didn't they? Billy Stanlake and the Man of the Match award absolutely due to a man who ran in and broke the game open. You get 3 wickets, you get 4 wickets in that first power play T20 cricket. Very, very difficult to recover because that means you're getting the best players, and once they're gone, you're pushing. And
I picked up Ian Healy at the back of the commentary there saying, and it's a weakened attack. By that he means no Mitchell Starc, no Pat Cummins, no Josh Hazlewood. But Billy Stanlake proved that an informed T20 player bowling at pace is a match or better than a match for anyone.
It's a fresh attack, isn't it? There's a couple of guys who are trying to make their way in the game. Billy Stanlake has bowled well at times for the strikers. He's not going to play the Big Bash League final tomorrow night, but it's done well for them. He had a chance last year, got ill up at the game, really struggled up there. So he's got another chance here. And what he did today was bowl beautifully. He bowled fast, he bowled a bit of swing, and he's at 6'8" tall. He is awkward, really awkward.
Yeah.
Just intimidating.
Yeah.
An intimidating factor. I did face him, and I tried to play my first cut shot of my career, 20-year career. Tried to stand away and play a cut shot because I was too frightened to get in the way of it. Too old, too silly, too scared.
Okay, well, that's brutally honest.
I did. I
like
can be now. I'm done.
He's being brutally honest about Chris Lynn. What sort of cricketer can he be? Is he going to be more than just a 2020 player?
You know what, the thing, and I was saying it to Mark Taylor off air, the thing that really impresses me about this guy is that he does it consistently. He's not a flash in the pan. This is not something you just see occasionally for Brisbane. It's not something you occasionally just see at the Gabba. He goes all around the country, goes all around the world, and he does this regularly. And that's the thing that really gets me. I try and do this kind of look at myself and think, how can you get better? Well, to look at these guys who whack the ball like this, you try and improve by hitting boundaries and hitting them as regularly as he does. It's impossible. And his consistency of strike play is something that impresses me no end.
He's got a very good eye, hasn't he? No doubt he's got a very good eye. Just watching him today, I haven't seen a lot of Chris Lynn, but you can see that you wouldn't say it's the perfect footwork, but you say the same about Steve Smith. He's got a brilliant eye, and you can see from his scoring zones there, he scores pretty consistently on and offside. So he's not as if he just scores in one area, so you can set a field or bowl somewhere. He'll hit you through the offside for 4 and 6, and hit you for 4 or 6 on the leg side as well, with a great hand-eye coordination and a really good eye.
Australia have made the perfect start to this triangular. England, the third side, and it's England that Australia will meet next in Hobart on Wednesday. That's February the 7th. Join us for that. For heaven's sake, what a game that could promise to be. Australia in form, England having played so well in the one day, still under the leadership of Owen Morgan. And then it's the Melbourne Cricket Ground on February the 10th, the third in the game, another Australia-England match. A lot to look forward to over the next few days. But tonight, Australia too good. A 7-wicket victory. Good night.
This has been another presentation from Nine's Wide World of Sports.